So we're just going to literally sit here and role play. And I will share my screen too. We're going to go line by line through this script until you have absolutely mastered it. I would suggest you also take notes on every single portion because I'm pretty tedious on this stuff, which you'll find. However, we're all tedious is okay as long as you're making more money, correct?
100%.
Good.
I got my notebook.
You're good, brother. Let's do this. Awesome. I'll pull this up over here. All right. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Cool. It's like really weird. I can't like pull up my. For some reason, it's like not letting me pull up my. Screen sharing is stopped. But why?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, because I think it went down. Yeah, you're back to seeing this, correct?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to start from the top. And now, almost literally every single one of our leads is inbound, right?
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to always use this inbound script. Now, the majority of the leads you're going to be calling it first are going to be leads who haven't picked up yet or maybe came in a couple weeks ago. You're going to earn your spot, of course, for the new hot leads over the week. However, the big thing first we have to do is we have to get you super comfortable in the sales process. So we're not going to do that by burning new leads. We're actually going to do that by working with the older leads we have right now that are already that haven't been contacted yet, or well, I'll walk you through the pipeline, of course, here very soon. But let's just jump straight into the actual script training. Okay, so we're going to use this inbound script here. I will probably stop you every like 5 seconds, but I just want it to be absolutely perfect. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Start from the top.
All right. Hey, JT, this is Ivan.
Perfect. Question mark. Right. Hey, JT. Hey,
Ah,
JT. This is Ivan. Super curious here.
sounds good. Hey, JT, this is Ivan. Really? Oh, hey, JT.
Hey.
Hey, so it looks like you spoke with one of my assistants, with John a little bit ago about your property on 123 Main Street. They
So
said he needed some help with.
we're doing inbound only, right? So
Oh, that's right. Okay.
inbound only here. This is the one you're going to be utilizing. Now I want to
Yeah,
work. I want to work on this intro line one more time. So let's
sounds good.
say it again. So it's going to say, "Hey, Ivan. Hey,
Mm.
Ivan. This is JT." Makes sense. So for you, it'll be, "Hey, JT. Hey, JT. This is Ivan."
Mm.
Try that. That exact tonality.
Hey, JT, this is Ivan.
Wait for me to respond. So, "Hey, JT? Question mark. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. This is JT. Okay, this is Ivan." Makes sense. So it's, "Hey, JT? Question mark. Repeat their name. Hey, JT. Sentence. This is Ivan." Or
Got it. So, hey, JT.
yeah,
Hey, JT, this is Ivan.
good. There we go. Good. It
Perfect. So,
looks like you filled out one of our forms on Facebook about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street to see if we could help with whatever their motivation is coming through the form. They might not have any, right? If they don't have any, you would just say, it looks like you filled out one of our forms about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street. So just say that because we probably aren't going to have motivation off the gate.
sounds good. So, it looks like you filled out one of our forms about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street.
Good job. Really good job. Cool. Yeah, I did. So now you would go to, so good news.
Got it. So, good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
It was good. It was good up until here. I want to change how we write this a little bit. So,
Yeah.
so good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought that I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. Pause, a little bit of a pause, right? And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us just to find out like a little bit more about the property and your situation, just to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
All right.
So try that again.
All right, from the top. So, good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little bit more about the property and your situation to see if I can even do anything to help you.
Anything good? Good. That was a much better improvement. Really good job. The one thing, the only thing I want to change, I want to have a little bit different tonality here on property and situation. I want you to sound a little bit more curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to sound a little bit more curious here. And then, of course, just to see if I can even do anything good to help you. Like, sound like more conversational, like you actually care about them. Does that make sense?
For sure. So, so good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can even do anything to help you.
Good, good. I don't think I'm recording this. I definitely need to for you because I was supposed to send that. I was going to send this to you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's joining now. I'm going to. I definitely want this recorded because we're going to be here for a minute today, and we're going to do this as many times as it takes. Because by noon, you're going to be making some dials.
Sounds good.
Perfect. And so the next one is, and at the end, once we find a solution to help you, or when we find a solution that makes sense for you, we're going to go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Okay.
Go for it.
And at the end, when we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Good. So we're going to do this a couple more times. Do you
Yeah.
understand why we're saying this line?
Yeah. So, you're basically like getting them prepared for the close.
Correct. Couple things we're doing here, right? For one, we're setting expectations that they're going to be signing on this call, which is super
Yeah.
important, right? Number two, when we're going to send you over a simple agreement to approve, and then we flip the frame by saying, so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right? Now we flip the frame and say, hey, we're going to send you a contract on this call because you want us to, not because we want you to. Right? So a lot of people, they're like, oh, JT, the one call close is hard. I don't want to feel pushy. I don't want to be the pushy guy, this, that, and the other, right? You've heard it all before. However, I don't we have to one call close because fundamentally we're going to lose out on so many opportunities if we don't. So how do we make it sound not pushy? How do we make it sound not pushy? If there's only one way. How do we make it sound not pushy if we're still going to make sure they sign on that one call? We have to make them have the perception that we're doing it for their sake, not doing it for our sake. Make sense?
Right. For sure.
Cool. All right. So let's do that line again here.
All right. At the end, we will find a solution that makes sense for you we will go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so that we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
One more time. It needs to be a little bit more slow, more
Okay,
conversational.
sounds good. At the end, we will find a solution that makes sense for you, and we will go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so that we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Let me add this word. And at the end, once we,
Okay.
comma, once. And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, because it's going to be super important to assume the close here, right? So a lot of people aren't assuming the close, but you need to assume the close because that predetermines the prospect's like likelihood to close in the future. So let's so at the end, once we find a solution to help you, or once we
Okay.
find a solution that makes sense for you.
At the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send over a simple agreement to approve so that we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Yeah, it still sounds a little. It sounds like you're reading. I need it to sound more
Mm.
conversational. So
Okay.
imagine we're having a conversation. I
Mm.
want you to say it to me how you would say it, with all the key factors, assuming the close, flipping the frame, setting expectations.
Okay. So at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we're going to go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so that we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Way better. Way better.
Yeah.
Do you have your own script pulled up right now?
No, I was gonna print one out real quick, so I'm not squinting down on my
No,
phone.
you're good. Because
Yeah.
what I would prefer you to do, to be honest, at this point,
Mm.
is I would prefer you to mark, like actually write it for yourself. Right? So
Okay.
this script is really good, but it's in my words. Okay?
Mm.
We don't have the same tone. We don't have the same dialect, right? Like
Right.
a lot of people, like at the end of every single line, I usually say something like right. Like I usually like get like small confirmations and small commitments throughout. But you probably wouldn't want to do that because we have different personalities. I need you to keep the components of the script the same, but we need to
Mm.
craft it specifically to you. Um,
Okay.
are you able to print it out right now or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, print it out really quick.
Yeah.
Because if we can dial this into your specific wording, like literally your words to a T, we're gonna go ahead and start over, but we're going to dial it in specifically to your words, and that way you can read it word for word and it'll sound like you. Does that make sense?
Yes. 100%.
And you have a laptop, correct?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, so all the links and stuff that you sent me, obviously were in text message.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have a little bit trouble sending those links over to my laptop. Did everything off my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to. I should be able to print it from my phone. Let me see if I can.
If you need me to send you the PDF version to your email, I can also do that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. It's actually in the text message right here. I think. Let me see.
Let's see. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Dang.
Okay. Let me see if I can print this.
Go ahead. Let me grab this.
All right, print it now.
Cool. Cool, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Let's start from the top. We're literally going to write this word for word specifically for you. We're going to talk about every line, why we do every line, and that way you can just literally read this script word for word and have it in your tonality.
Okay.
Cool. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, good to go.
Awesome. So one thing I want to emphasize for you on the first line is hate name. Emphasize that question mark. So underline it, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
But do it that way. Hey, name. Hey, name, exclamation mark. So first hey name is a question mark. Second hey name is an exclamation mark. This is Ivan, exclamation mark. Cool?
Got it.
So say that line. So say that line of the script.
So, hey, JT.
One more
Hey,
time.
JT.
One more time. And always wait for the pause. Hey, JT, let them answer because you want to sound curious, right? You want them. We're trying to break the traditional cycle of a sales call because here's what everyone else is going to do. Hey, Ivan, this is JT from Fast Cash Offer Now. I was curious if you wanted a cash offer on your property, right? We don't want to do that, right? We want to sound like a genuine person who's here to help. How do we do that? By hammering tonality in the right places to get them to lower their guard. For example, hey, Ivan. So just say that right there. Hey, JT.
Hey, JT.
Good. Yes.
Hey, JT. This is Ivan.
Good. I don't like the exclamation mark there specifically. Don't emphasize it like that. Hey,
Yeah.
JT. Hey, JT. This is Ivan. Downward tone out. Downward inflection.
Got it. Hey, JT.
Yeah.
Hey, JT. This is Ivan.
Good. To say that, say it a little bit more smooth. Hey, JT. This is Ivan.
Yeah. Hey, JT. This is Ivan.
Good. Right? Say that line one more time.
Hey, JT.
Yep.
Hey, JT. This is Ivan.
Good. Where the question mark is, so hey, JT question mark or whatever, hey name question mark, I want you to right on there emphasize a pause. Wait for their response. So like draw like a line to wait for their response.
Yeah.
Cool?
Gotcha.
Awesome. Now we're going to go down to, it looks like you filled out one of our forms about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street.
So it looks like you filled out one of our forms about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street to see if we could help. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're not going to do the motivation part.
Yeah, just only if you know motivation. Only if you do. A lot of the times you won't, especially unless it's like a cold call lead or something of that nature. But most of these are inbound leads, so you don't know motivation yet. Cool?
Yeah.
Cool. So that was really good. Let's just run it one more time. I want to make sure you're super confident in it.
Got it. It looks like you filled out one of our forms about receiving a cash offer on 123 Main Street.
Yeah. Cool. Next.
Okay, next. So, are we doing appointment or age?
No, so it goes to so good news.
Okay,
We're going straight through.
okay. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can do anything to help you.
I want to. We need to write this a little bit differently in your words because it sounds hella robotic.
Got it.
So if you were going to say, so here's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to say, good news, setting an expectation of like, hey, they assigned me to your file because we genuinely care about your solution, right? Why do they think I was the best fit? Probably because I've done deals here before, or because I've been able to help other families in similar situations, right?
Mm,
So think about like what we're trying to accomplish here. And we're also setting the expectation that we're going to be asking questions about their property and their situation. So when we go to ask personal questions, it doesn't seem as intrusional because we've already set the proper expectation to that. Does that make sense?
for sure.
Cool. So say this line how you would say it based on what you know about that.
Okay. And if I follow it more closely, but I refine it a little more to the point where it's like it sounds natural.
I'm
It's gonna
fine. I would
accomplish.
prefer you say the thing word for word as it is here, but of course, like I need it to sound natural. So if we have to add like specific words for you, right? Read it off for you specifically, and then we'll go from there.
All right. So, good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I'd be the best fit and try to figure out a solution to help you. So, this first call is really basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can even help you.
Slow down and
Okay.
sound more curious, bro. We got to work on tonality here, right? So there's four tonalities we utilize in the script. There's curiosity, there's
Mm,
concerned, there is playful, and there's confrontational. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick practice. I don't like to call it this, but this is what we utilize. Is it's called your mom. We use this thing called your mom died, right? So you could
mm,
say there's four different ways you could say your mom died. You could be like curious, your mom died. Like, help me
mm.
understand. How did your mom die? Right?
Yeah.
There could be concerned, which is your mom died, which is like, damn, he cares about me, right?
Mm,
Then there's confrontational, your mom died, which is more like, bro, stop lying.
mm.
And then there's playful, your mom died. Yeah, that's not a good way to handle that object. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So knowing how to actually utilize tonality is what we're gonna do. So
Mm.
I want to hear your mom died in a curious tonality.
Your mom died?
That's good. Try again.
Your mom died?
Yeah, good. That was good. Now
Yeah.
concerned.
Your mom died?
No, that sounded
Okay.
confrontational.
Okay. Um, your mom died?
Yeah, much better. Try again.
Your mom died?
One more time.
Your mom died?
Slow it down and actually care about the person.
Yeah. Your mom died?
Mm-mm. Your
No.
your mom died?
Mm. Your your mom died?
I still don't like it. It's not as empathetic enough. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like it sounds more like this. Your mom died instead of like your mom died.
Mm. Yeah, that's a big difference. Your mom died?
It's the word
Uh,
died. It's the word died you're having a trouble with. So say
mm.
died. Died.
Yeah. She died?
That's real.
Maybe I'm just not. That's no. I just need to work on it a little more for sure.
We're gonna work on it. That's what we're here for. I'll sit
Yep.
here all damn night. I don't care.
But
Um, died.
she died?
That was okay. That's better. So your mom died.
Your mom died?
Let me
Well,
think. Try to
what can I do?
put a downward inflection on died because you're going like this. Your mom died instead of like
Mm,
your mom died.
mm, okay. Your mom died? No. Your mom died.
That was better. That's an okay tonality for you. Do that again.
Your mom died.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's go to playful.
Okay. Your mom died?
Yeah, that was good. Go to confrontational.
Your mom died.
No, that sounded
Um,
concerned. Your confrontational is like think about this in your head. Bro, quit lying.
mm, your mom died.
Your mom died.
Mm. Your mom died.
No, you still sound concerned here. This is like more
Mm,
concerned than the concerned one, you know? Like
interesting.
your mom died. Like call bullshit.
All right. Your mom died?
That was better.
Okay.
Emphasize the word died. Your mom died.
Your mom died.
Yeah, that was more calling them out on their bullshit. Try again.
Your mom died.
That sounds crazy. Um, one more time. Your mom
Okay.
died. Like question mark at the end.
Your mom died? No. Your mom died.
That was better. Okay, now go back to curious or concerned. Put a question mark at the end.
Your mom died?
Good. That's what we needed. Question mark at the end with concern. So your mom died. Try that again.
Your mom died.
More emphasis on the question mark.
Okay. Your mom died?
Good. Okay. So now we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna say we're gonna do this whole line again.
Yeah.
So slow this down and be more curious. Remember the curious tonality we utilize here. Utilizing a lot of pauses and a lot of question marks.
Got it. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I'd be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can even do anything to help you.
Slow it down still. More pauses. Add more pauses.
Got it. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I'd be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation to see if I can even do anything to help you.
Good. I want you to add a couple filler words here. So we're gonna say, so good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file. So I was assigned to your file.
Yeah. So good news. It looks like I was assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assigned to your, emphasize your. So put like an arrow above your, like emphasize that word.
Yeah. Assigned to your file
Say the whole
because they.
line. Say the whole line.
So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit and try and figure out a solution to help you.
Yeah, that is good. They thought it would be the best fit to try and figure out, a solution to help you. Try that.
To figure out, a solution to help you. Like that.
Try again.
Okay. From the top or back section?
Um,
That last part.
let's try from the top.
Okay. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit and try to figure out, a solution to help you.
One more time. The word you I don't like. Try again.
Yeah. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I'd be the best. I know that was trash. Just burn it back. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I'd be the best fit to try to figure out, a solution to help you.
Good, good.
Okay. And this first call is pretty
Say
basic.
really. And really, this first call. So, and really, pause. This first call is pretty basic. Pause.
And really, this first call is pretty basic.
Yep, good job.
Okay.
One more time. Go from there to the end.
From there. So, and really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little bit more about the property and your situation to see if we can do anything to help you.
Good. A little bit more about, or no, I don't want to say, a little bit more about the property, dot, dot, dot. So add like a little brief pause there. So put like a dot, dot, dot.
Okay.
More about the property and your situation. And then add the word just to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
Okay. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation just to see if I can do anything to help you.
Just to see if I can even is an important word here.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can
Technical.
even, do anything good to help you.
Got it. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation just to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
Good. So say this whole thing over again.
Got it. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation just to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
I want you to run this again. I want you to slow down. I want you to really think about what we talked about here
Yeah.
because I feel like we did when we did line by line it was really good, but that was not as good as if we combine them all together, right? So I'm going to say it how you should say it one more time. Then
Yeah.
I want you to write down whatever you think you need to emphasize in order to make it sound similar, okay?
Yeah.
So, good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought that I would be the best fit to try and figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for, us to find out a little bit more about the property and the situation, just to see if I can even do anything good to help you.
Yeah. So good news. It looks like I was assigned to your file because they thought I would be the best fit and try to figure out a solution to help you. And really, this first call is pretty basic. It's more for us to find out a little more about the property and your situation, just to see if I can do even anything to really help you.
Good. That was much better. Good job.
Okay.
And then they'll be like, okay. And you'll be like, perfect. So at the end, once we do find a solution that makes sense for you, we'll go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve. So we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Yep. And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send over a simple agreement to approve so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
That's better. I want you to slow it down a little bit more because the whole purpose of this introduction is to build rapport and set proper expectations, right? We want them to like not feel like they're in a sales call. We want them to feel like we're a person who cares about them and who's going to find a proper solution to be able to help them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
let's yeah, let's keep trying that.
And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send over a simple agreement. Oh, I need to slow down. And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Mm-hmm. One more time.
And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send over a simple agreement to approve so we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
A simple agreement to approve. That way, we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Mm,
So let's say instead of so, put that way.
okay. And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send over a simple agreement to approve so that way we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
One more time.
Okay. And at the end, once we find a solution that makes sense for you, we will go ahead and send you over a simple agreement to approve. That way, we don't keep you waiting and waste your time because I'm sure speed is important to you, right?
Really good job, bro. Really good job. I want you to say it like that every single time, okay?
But
Um, they're gonna say something along the lines of like, "Yeah, speed's important to me." Be like, "Perfect. I thought so." Right? And
Mhm.
are you in a position to be able to move forward once we find a solution that makes sense for you?
Perfect. And are you in a position to be able to move forward once we find the solution that makes sense for you?
Say it one more time.
Okay. Perfect. And are you in a position to be able to move forward once we find a solution that makes sense for you?
Good. Yeah, I'm in a good position. So next, alrighty. So just in case we do get disconnected here, I'm just gonna ask you really quick to pull out like a pen, paper, notepad, something like that, so I can tell you some things that you will surely want to know, especially if we get you approved. So just let me know when you're ready to take notes.
Yeah. Alrighty. Just in case we get disconnected here, I'm going to ask you to pull out a pen and a paper or a notepad so I can tell you some things that you will surely want to know, especially if we can get you approved. So let me know when you're ready to take notes.
One more time.
Okay. Alrighty. Just in case we get disconnected here, I'm gonna ask you to pull out a pen and a paper or notepad so I can tell you some things that you will surely want to know, especially if we can get you approved. Let me know when you're ready to take notes.
Especially if we can get you approved. So let me know when you're ready to take notes. Say that part.
Okay. Especially if we can get you approved. So let me know when you're ready to take notes.
Good. Good. All right. For you can let me just hear how you say this part. This part's like really fact of the matter, but let me hear how you say this.
From the top, the same one or the next thing, the
No,
first
first
thing?
first things first.
Okay. So first things first, my name is Ivan. Our company name is Fast Cash Offer Now.
Pause
Our
really
website.
quick. I want you to do
Okay.
this. So because they're going to be writing this down. Okay? So I need
Right.
you to be slow, right?
Sense. Okay.
So first things first. My name is Ivan. Ivan. Okay? Our company name is Fast Cash Offer Now. So that's the kind of pacing and tonality I want you to have.
Got it.
Try again.
So first things first, My name is Ivan. That's Ivan. Our company name is Fast Cash Offer Now. Our website is, and are we supposed to write anything down there? It's blanked out.
You don't see that?
Oh, for some reason, I guess when I printed it out, maybe
Oh,
it didn't detect it.
it's cause it's a link. It's cause it's a
Oh,
link.
that's why.
Be like, our website is fastcashoffernow.com.
Okay. Our website is fastcashoffernow.com. So that's where you can see all of our testimonials, reviews, and see how our process works.
Good. One more time. See all of our testimonials, our reviews, and you can see how our process works.
Okay. Where you can see all of our testimonials, our reviews, and see how our process works.
Good. Then my phone number, which you'll have a phone number assigned in the CRM, which we're going to onboard you to at the end of this call, right?
Okay.
My phone number is 123-456-7890. So, in the case we do get disconnected, you can call me, text me, whatever, anytime here. Could you repeat that back to me just so I know you make sure you have the right phone number? Try that.
Okay. My phone number is 123-456-7890. So in case we get disconnected, you can call or text me anytime here. Could you repeat that back to me just so I know that you have the right number?
123-456-7890.
Okay, thank you. And for you, this is a landline or is it a cell phone?
Okay, thank you. And for you, pause. Is this a landline or a cell phone?
So, okay. Okay, thank you. And for you, is it a landline or cell phone?
Good, but don't say is it, say is this.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. And for you, is this a landline or a cell phone?
Good. And finally, your most important, your file number. Your file number is going to be JC-7721. This is where you can call back at any time to ask for updates or anything on your specific file.
Okay.
And I usually just make up a number here. It's imperative that you take notes for every single property and update them in the CRM, which I'm going to show you how to do briefly after this. Super important that every single lead, as soon as you talk to them, they have updates in their CRM and their notes. We need to know the file number. We need to know the conversation. We need to know everything about that person. Make sense?
Got it.
Cool. So try this.
And finally, the most important, the file number. Your file number will be JC7841. This is where you can call back at any time to ask for updates on your file.
One more time. More conversational.
And finally, your most important, the file number. Your file number will be JC7481. This is where you can call me back at any time to ask for updates on your file.
Perfect. You got it?
Yep.
Say that next line.
Got it. You got it?
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool. So, the next part is the reveal. This is by far the most important part of the entire script. The whole goal of this reveal is to make them feel their pain by creating a separation between their current hell and their future heaven. You need to make them feel the gap and feel like they're in so much pain right now that if they don't make a decision, they will face massive consequences from it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this is where you're either going to know some information or not. So if you know it's their house, so you might have like a lot of the times before you get to this point, they'll tell you, "Oh, I've lived here for a long time," right? Whatever. But once you get to this point, you need to figure out what's really going on. So I'm going to show you how you would say every single line. Let's pretend you don't know if they live there, if it's vacant, if there's tenants, whatever. Okay, Ivan, that should be all you need for now until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me like a little bit of a rundown? Like, do you currently live here? Are there tenants? Like, what is really going on? Okay? If you know it's a homeowner, you would say, could you give me a little bit of a rundown? Like, I know you live here and all, but what made you ready to make this move now? Okay? If you know it's tenant occupied, you'd say, but until then, could you give me a little bit of a rundown? Like, I know you have these tenants and all, but what made you ready to move on to something new now? Okay? Vacant. But until then, could you give me like a little bit of a rundown? I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now? Make sense?
Yep.
So let's start with if you don't know.
Okay. Do you currently live here? Are there tenants? What's going on?
Say it more curious. Say it more curious.
Do you currently live here? Are there tenants? What's going on?
Do you currently live here? Are there tenants? Like, what's going on?
Mm. Do you currently live here? Are there tenants? What's going on?
More curious, like more question marks.
Okay. Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
Good. The only one I didn't like is live here. Live
Okay.
here. Hot, like do an upward inflection in your voice.
Live here?
Yeah. Do you currently
Okay.
live here? Are there tenants?
Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? No, what's going on?
Good. Good. Now let's pretend that you know that they live there.
Okay. So I know that you live here and all, but what made you really need to, oh, hold on. But what made you ready to make, I kept saying really instead of ready, so I'm going to start from the top.
You're good.
I know you live here and all, but what made you ready to make this move now?
Good. I want it to be a little bit more soft. I
Okay.
know you live here and all, but what made you ready to make this move now? Concerned. Concerned here, not curious.
Okay. I know you live here and all, but what made you ready to make this move now?
Good. Tenant occupied.
So I know you have these tenants and all, but what made you ready to move on to something new now?
Something new now. Emphasize the word now. That's the most important word of all this.
Okay. I know you have these tenants and all, but what made you ready to move on to something new now?
Good. I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now?
Mm. I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now?
One more time.
Okay. I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now?
What made you decide to go ahead and sell it now? Now.
Mm. I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now?
Good. So we're going to do example probe. So what you're going to do is your goal now is to come to me and figure out why I want to sell. Like, what's the real reason, right? So we're going to role play this part. We're going to role play that you don't know. We're going to start from the top. You don't know what's going on, and you have to figure out what the hell's going on right now.
Okay. So, do you currently live here?
Start at okay. Okay name. That should be all you need for now. Top of the reveal.
Sounds good. Okay, JT. That should be all you need to know for now until we can find out if we can even get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little bit more of a rundown?
Do you currently? They have to
Okay.
flow. They have to flow.
Okay. Sounds good. A little more of a rundown. So, do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
I live here currently.
Okay. So, I know you live there and all then.
Okay, maybe I didn't make this clear enough.
Okay.
If you don't know, you use this first line. Look at my screen. Can you see that screen? Okay.
Yeah.
If you do know, you use this
I can
line.
just skip that. Sounds good.
Right?
Okay, cool.
So then you skip to this part after you've said one of these lines.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it. So, do you want me to start from the top again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, JT, that should be all you need to know until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little more of a rundown? Do you currently live here, or are there any tenants? What's going on?
I live here.
Okay, great. Where are you headed next?
Oh, I'm headed down to Florida.
Very cool. Oh, why there?
Um I'm trying to get my daughter into a new school down there.
That's awesome. Okay. And how does that compare to where you are now?
Be more specific here, bro, right? So she just told you she needs to get there for her daughter, right?
Yeah,
So,
for school.
yeah,
Okay.
so how does that compare to where you are now? Don't say
Mm,
it like that. You need to say something more specific to their situation. Sales is all about caring about the person, bro. So we want to dig deep into their one point of pain. I'm going to give you an analogy for this very soon. But I would be something more like, oh, and the new school district for your daughter, how does that school compare to where she's at right now?
mm,
See what I'm saying?
yeah.
So here's what a lot of people don't understand about sales, bro. You don't need a bunch of different pain points. You only need one pain that is so fierce that it causes them to take action, right? So a lot of the times, Ivan, I see people like, um, where do you want to move? Where are you headed to next? Florida. Why there? Oh, I want to get my daughter into school. How does that compare to you are right now? Oh, it's going to be a lot more warmer there, right? Do you like the warm or do you like the cold? Oh, I like the cold. So you want to get closer to the warmth. Yeah, I want to get, or you want to get closer to the warmth, right? Now you're talking about all these separate things instead
Mm,
of just what she told you the pain was in the first place, which was what? The daughter getting to her into another school.
yeah.
So think about this, Ivan, right? A bridge separates two pieces of land, okay? If you have a piece of land here and you have a piece of land here, and then there's a river in between, right? If the river is only 1 inch deep, do you need a bridge?
No.
You don't. Why? Because the car is just going to go through the freaking water like this. It doesn't hurt them. They don't need a bridge. They don't need one, right? Now imagine this. Imagine the bridge is no longer, or the gap is no longer this wide, but the gap is this wide, but 1,000 feet deep.
Mm,
Do you need a bridge then?
of course.
Exactly. Okay? So your goal is not to find out all the different pain points. The goal is to find out the one pain point that actually makes them move, then you to dig into it. Right? You ever seen like a movie where they're torturing the guy, right?
Mm,
And he's got a bullet hole right here or something, right? He's hurting all over his body. They just beaten him, But what hurts the worst? The bullet hole. So they take their thumb and they push into the pain. What gets him to talk? Not all the other little whippings that they did. The one thing that brought out the most amount of pain. And they had to figure out what that was by figuring out what actually caused that pain and then making it emphasized. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's try that, or let's try this whole thing one more time.
Got it. Okay, JT. So that should be all that we need to know for now until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little more of a rundown? Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
Oh, I live here.
Okay, great. So, where are you headed to next?
Oh, I'm headed to Arizona.
Oh, very cool. And why there?
Oh, my parents live there.
Okay, I see. And so obviously you're moving to get a little bit closer to them. How long has it been since you last visited? Is this something that you're really looking forward to?
This is a good question. You just spoke too much,
Okay.
right? So you gave them a yes or no question because you kept talking. Obviously, you've been away from them for a minute. How long has it been? Are you looking forward to that? That's like three questions in one, right?
Yeah.
And now they only have to answer yes or no. You never want to ask a yes or no question. Why?
Because you're not really getting any information from that.
Exactly. That is exactly right, Ivan. You are trying to dig deeper into pain. If you ask an open-ended question, they will take themselves into pain. If you ask a yes or no question, you have to keep asking. Make sense? So instead be like, how long has it been since you've seen them? Same exact question, just completely different execution. Make sense?
For sure.
So I'm just gonna say where we were. You're gonna go back into it. Oh, I just want to. My parents live there.
Okay. And how long has it been since you've seen them?
Like 20 years.
Wow, I see. Okay. And is this something that you're mainly doing to kind of just be closer to the family, or are you going down there to help them out and take care of them?
You're suggesting stuff.
Mm.
Don't suggest. Let them speak, right? So one tactic I would use here is something called a mirror, right? 20 years. I'm gonna do this once with you, right? I'm gonna role play. I'm gonna be the buyer. You're gonna be the seller. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you currently live here? Are there tenants? Like, what's really going on?
Yeah, I live there.
Oh, you live here. Where are you headed to next?
I'm going to Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. And why Arizona? That's kind of a big move.
Yeah. I just feel like there's more opportunity out there. I wanna start, training in a UFC gym down there.
UFC. You're a fighter?
Yeah, I'm up and coming, and in order to get better at what I'm doing, I need to basically surround myself with better athletes.
So it seems like you're not being pushed to your limits right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I feel like I'm somewhat capped out here, glass ceiling and all. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to get going.
And what's your biggest goal? Is it to make it to the UFC? Like,
Yeah, it's a great question. My biggest goal right now is honestly just to get a little bit better every day. Because things don't happen overnight. So you just being able to get better coaching and better results by my effort. It's but obviously time is heavily considered there. So that's the most important.
yeah. And Ivan, let's say that we aren't able to get you out to Arizona to where you can start, training in this new gym and actually be pushed to your limits. Do you think you'll be able to reach your goal?
Out here, probably not.
So it seems like it's imperative that we get you there as soon as possible.
For sure. Yeah, 100%.
Do you see the urgency I created through that? And how
Yeah.
so it's like all I did was ask you what you wanted to hear, or I basically what I did was I asked you what the consequence of not moving forward is. Then I just told you what you wanted to hear. By asking the right questions, the prospect will tell you what they need to hear in order to be closed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Try again.
Sounds good. So, okay, JT, that should be all that we need to know until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little more of a rundown? Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
I currently live there.
Okay, great. And where are you headed to next?
New York, actually.
New York.
Mm-hmm.
Why there?
I met a girl where I'm moving up to be with her.
That's very cool. And how long has it been since you visited, or is it gonna be a brand new, fresh start?
Again, you see, you asked another yes or
Yeah,
no question at the end.
yeah,
Keep your questions to 3 words max. Like,
yeah,
or let's do 5 words for you. Oh,
yeah.
when's the last time you saw her?
Mm. Oh, so when's the last time you saw her?
Like 6 months ago, man. I'm so ready to see her again. I'm ready to just live with her.
Yeah, that's super exciting, man. I'm happy for you. So obviously, it's imperative that we get you over there sooner than later. What would you need to know? Um, I'm trying to I was trying to buy some time to think of a question, but so 6 months you're trying to move. Okay, so looks like it's been a while.
Did
How
you
soon are you looking to be
question
able?
real quick, really quick, because this will help you a lot? Did you watch the probing masterclass?
Yes, I did.
Cool. That is,
Where he's making the whole spider web.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
not,
yeah.
but yeah.
You'll want to watch that over and over and over again because it's going to
Yeah.
show you there's three key things we use, right?
Mm-hmm.
We use labeling. Ivan, it seems like you're not being pushed to your potential here. When I said that to you, you said to me, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Bro, as soon as you say that's exactly right, you're like, damn, he understands me. Right? 2, I use something called a mirror. I just repeat the 3 words that you said at the end with a question inflection. Right? 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. I haven't seen her this long, yada, yada, yada. I feel whenever you say someone's last 3 words or just the last part of their sentence, right? Or whatever the subject of the sentence is with a question, they feel like they need to explain themselves because they didn't do a good enough job explaining it the first time. Make sense?
Yes.
And then so there's labeling, there's mirroring, and then there's just there's general probing questions. Oh, how do you mean? Help me understand that, right? And then there's consequence questions. All of these I used on you, which is, well, if we aren't able to help you, what happens then? Do you still think you'll be able to hit those goals? No, right? Do you still think you'll be able to hit dream outcome? If we keep you in your current hell, do you think you'll be able to get to your future heaven? Make sense?
Yeah.
Try again.
Okay. So, okay, JT, that should be all that we need to know for now until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little bit of a rundown? Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
I live there.
Okay, great. So, where are you headed to next?
I'm headed to Bahamas actually.
The Bahamas.
Yeah.
Why there?
Um, there was this girl I met online. She's Bahamian, and I want to get down there closer to the VA hospital.
That's really cool. So, how long has it been since you've been there?
I've never been before.
Very cool. So it's gonna be first time. That's super exciting. So it sounds like obviously this is a really big opportunity.
So
When are you looking
let,
to
let,
go down there?
let me show you another thing you're doing here. This is really good learning, bro. So just make sure we implement all this stuff, okay? One thing, what you're doing is you're pulling him out of pain. So
Yeah.
instead of being like, oh man, you haven't been down there, right? How do
Mm,
you even know it's the right place to move, right? Like we're trying to dig him deeper into pain. We're not trying to pull him out of pain. We're not trying to
mm,
say, ooh, this is so exciting, man, right? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We have to paint the picture of his current hell before we paint the future heaven, right? Because
Mm,
if we don't build a big enough gap, there's not going to be any reason for your solution, right?
mm,
Because if he feels like if there's not a big enough gap, there's no urgency. They have to feel like they need to move forward, right? But you can't convince a prospect to move forward. They have to convince themselves. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Cool. Try that one more time.
Yeah. Hey JT, that should be all that we need to know until we find out if we can get you approved for an offer. But until then, could you give me a little more of a rundown? Do you currently live here? Are there any tenants? What's going on?
Oh, I live here.
Okay, great. And where are you headed to next?
I'm headed to Morocco.
Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Why there?
Man, I'm just kind of fed up with the United States right now.
Mm. And how long has it been since you've been there?
I wouldn't go there with this one because you
No,
don't know
okay.
if they've ever been to Morocco, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's try this question instead. Let's try this question. And when you say you're fed up with the United States, like, how do you mean?
Mm. And when you say that you're fed up with the United States, how do you mean?
Dude, it's just like Donald Trump, man. He's just horrible, man. I just can't stand it.
Mm. So you can't stand it. And obviously, he's going to be in term for a little bit longer. What do you think would happen if you couldn't get over there?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to keep dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with right now.
Mm. Keep dealing with it. Yeah. And how much of a would you say effect that it has on you on your everyday life and your future goals?
This is good. You're really trying to implement this, bro. So I really appreciate that. I think I want you to read two books. I'm gonna give you two books. I want you to read over the next 2 weeks. So a book a week. Um,
Yeah.
and that will be How to Win Friends and Influence People, and then Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think I have PDF copies of this, so you don't have to pay for them as well. If you,
Cool.
uh, this should be it. Yeah, hell yeah. This is it right here. Cool. I need you to read both of these by the end of next week.
Yeah. Do you care which one I start with first?
No, I don't. They're both equally as important, bro.
Sounds good.
And these have both made me like millions of dollars. Just these books alone.
Let's go.
I'm gonna send these to you right. Did you get that?
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Sweet. Yeah, that's great.
Cool. All right. Now let's get back into this here. Okay, cool. So, this is that what that's going to help you do. It's going to help you understand how to actually find out what people actually care about, right? So we're going to keep working on it here, but we're going to actually go to a tenant occupied one now. Okay? So you're going to say, I know that you have these tenants and all, but what ready to make you move on to something new now? All right.
Yeah. So I know you have these tenants and all, but what made you ready to move on to something new now?
Man, I've got new opportunities, and I just want the cash to be able to move into those opportunities.
Absolutely. So what opportunities are you headed to next?
This is really good. I would mirror this though.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunities.
Yep.
Okay. Um, so you utilize that, but you asked the right question. We can just do it better. Okay.
Sounds good. Opportunities. So what are you headed on next?
Always silence after you mirror somebody.
Mm,
Opportunities. Don't answer because usually they realize you're gonna have an awkward 3 to 5 seconds of silence, and then they're gonna justify themselves.
mm,
That's what's so powerful about it because they're thinking, well, maybe I didn't explain that well enough. He needs to know more information. Make sense?
yeah.
Try again.
So opportunities.
Yeah, man, I've got these other rental properties I want to get into, and they just seem like they're going to be much better deals than this one.
Well, that's great to hear. So what's what's wrong with the rental properties you have now?
Great question. We need to ask it differently, and we need to don't say that's great to hear. Okay,
Mm, okay.
pain only, right?
Pain only. Got it.
So we know you have these opportunities, but why get rid of this one? What do you mean better opportunities?
Mm. So you have this opportunity here. What do you mean a better opportunity?
I That was my fault. I over explained there. It should have been more like, what do you mean by better?
Okay. So what do you mean by better?
Well, these new rental properties that they're actually commercial, and I'm just tired of dealing with like families and like regular tenants.
I see. So these tenants, it sounds like they're causing you quite a bit of a headache. What are some issues that you're dealing with them?
Okay, the goal of a label. This is your. I really appreciate you implementing this stuff. So that's really
Mm,
important. But the goal of a label, brother, is to get them to say that's right, right? So you
mm,
say it seems like these tenants are giving you a headache, right?
mm,
You want them to say, yeah, that's right. And then you go to the next question. Okay?
mm.
You don't
Got it.
say, it seems like these tenants are giving you a headache. What are they actually doing?
Mm,
Because now he's answering another question when the goal of a label is to simply get them to say, that is right. If they say that's right, like when I said that to you and you're like, oh dude, that's exactly right. You felt like, damn, he understood me. That's what you want. That's the whole purpose of a label. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Try again.
So, so these tenants, it sounds like they're being a headache for you.
Yeah, man, they're a pain, bro. That's right.
Mm. And so they're a pain? Like,
Yeah, bro. They are a pain in the ass.
mm. And how what do you think is going to be the biggest difference between, dealing with these families and, hopping into commercial?
I think I'm just gonna have to stop dealing with all these emotions, bro. You know, like I don't have to deal with the emotions anymore of these people. I don't have to feel bad.
Mm. So it sounds like you're not really able to be confident with who you have as your tenants right now. Is that right?
I don't like that question. It was a
Oh,
good
okay.
good effort. Good effort though.
Good.
It needs to be because it doesn't it's because that it didn't I don't think you understood me. If you're gonna
Mm.
label, it has to be confident, right? Because what's the goal? For them to say that's right. And if we don't actually know, then we don't really need to say it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So instead, you want to ask a question or a mirror to get them to expand until you understand, and then you label. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because when you label something that's wrong, what are they going to say? No. And now we just did the exact opposite of what we were trying to do. And they're like, no, I don't understand. You don't understand me. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Yeah.
So try that one more time.
Okay. So they're being a pain. Can you tell me a little more about what you're struggling with them?
Good. But again, how do you mean a pain?
Mm.
Just like
So,
condense. You need to learn how to like condense your questions. Be more direct. But
okay.
just because when you over talk to a prospect, they get confused.
Mm.
Confusion kills deals, bro. Right? Like,
Okay.
have you ever been about to buy something and then they started explaining and you're like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to do this. You know?
Mm.
You ever thought like
Yeah,
that?
for sure.
If you just give them what they want to hear, you just show them how you solve their problem. That's all they need to know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Try again.
So how do you mean a pain?
Dude, they don't pay. I call them to pay. They don't want to pay me. They don't want to pay. It's just bro, it's all this over and over again, bro. All over.
Mm. So sounds like they're not paying on time. You know, how long do you think you could, financially deal with this before it becomes a huge detriment?
Great question. Don't say
Mm.
it sounds like though at first. Okay,
Okay.
so if you're gonna use that question, or if you're gonna,
Okay.
you don't want to label beforehand.
Mm.
You want to say how much longer can you really take them not paying before you're affected by this?
Mm.
Or how has them not paying affected you so far?
Mm.
Emphasize their current situation. Because you're asking more of you're asking like a consequence question combined with like just a probing question, and I would go deeper into probe because I don't think you shouldn't ask a consequence question until you're deep enough into the probe.
Okay. So they're not paying. How long before it's a detriment to your finances?
Honestly, man, it's it's like already a detriment.
Already, huh?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, say that we weren't able to come up with a solution for you. You, you know, what would you do? Not the best question, but I was trying to.
You did no, you're doing a good. Here's what I like about you, Ivan, right? You're implementing. You're just not good. Simple. But that's why we're training. You know what I'm saying? I could sit if I could sit here and be like, "Bro, you're not doing good," but we haven't trained together yet, right? I can tell that you're implementing, you're listening. That's all I need. I need you to just thoroughly understand this concept, and wherever I can help you, let me know. Do you feel like you're learning now?
For sure.
Okay. That's all. That's the only goal of this, bro. Because truth be told is, we can role play all we want. You're not going to get what you need. What's really going to give you what you need, bro, is talking to sellers, which you're going to be doing later today, right? And then tomorrow, we're going to do call reviews, right? Call reviews and talking. I don't know what is going on with my camera, but call reviews and talking to sellers is genuinely how you get that's going to be where you really become better, because right now we're not going to be able to really push the needle forward. We're going to be able to push the needle forward, but I'm only teaching you principles right now. If you want to become great, you're going to have to do this. You're going to actually have to take the action to become great, which is talking to the sellers. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Something else I want to talk about in addition to that specifically is that you might when you start talking to sellers as well, it's going to be a completely different dynamic. You're probably going to mess up a ton of times. That's completely fine. Just take your time and realize the purpose of, or realize the goal of everything you say. Remember, there's a strategy behind this stuff for a reason. Make sense?
Yep.
Hold on, my camera is like broken, bro. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Cool. I think it just might be like overheating or some shit. I don't know. Cool. Let's do a vacant one now. Let's do a vacant. Try to probe for vacant pain.
Okay. I know it's been vacant for a little bit, but what made you decide to go ahead and sell it now?
I'm just to the point, man. I'm not ready. I don't want rental properties anymore.
So anymore?
Yeah, man. I've been doing this for like 10 years now, and I'm just sick of it.
So what are you heading onto next?
To be honest with you, I'm just done with investing in general.
So if you're finished with investing completely, it sounds like it's been somewhat of a hassle. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, it's been a pain, bro. Especially with this property specifically.
So this property specifically, can you tell me a little more about what kind of issues it brought up? Foundation, or is it property wise, or is it the tenants?
It's mostly just the tenants, bro, honestly.
And what sort of issues were you dealing with them?
I mean, I'm just constantly having to babysit them and make sure that they're paying, that they're doing this all on time, all of that, bro. It's just a pain, bro. It's a pain.
Yes, sounds like it's a whole lot to deal with. And say you weren't able to sell your property right now, what would you do?
I mean, I guess I would just have to keep doing what I'm doing and dealing with them, man. Like, at the end of the day, I don't really have a choice, but I would really just love to get this done, bro, to be honest with you.
I see. And do you know like an exact time?
I mean, ideally the sooner the better.
I see. So if you weren't, I'm trying to think what else to say next. Like if I know, like if I'm trying to lead them into like getting ready to go over to the close, or am I just like, how much information would you want me to have until I'm...
Go as deep as you can the whole time, bro. You always want to go as deep as you can, and then you want to ask one of these questions. Do you see where it says clear motivation, no urgency? If motivation is clear, if no clear motivation?
Yeah.
So clear motivation, no urgency, which would be like they told you they want to move to Florida because their mom, but you can tell that they don't have like a pain really behind it yet, right? You'd be like, so besides getting closer to your mom, What was it that came up that made you want to possibly look at moving on from this house now, though? This isn't these are urgency based questions, okay? And then you emphasize that with how long has that been going on? If motivation is clear, right? Just so I can understand the rationale here. What's the main reason you're reaching out to us? I don't know, for like maybe a quicker close or an easier transaction versus I don't know, like taking a chance, listing with a realtor, and just going through that hassle, right? That's if you like. Now we're not asking like an urgency question. We're asking a why do you want to work with us over giving us the realtor objection at the end, right? Because you're going to get that, oh, I could just list it with a realtor for this much. And then I'll be like, well, you told me you didn't want to list it with a realtor because of XYZ. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then if you can't get anything out of them, bro, be like, I mean, Ivan, it sounds like things are going fairly well for you here. What's the rationale behind wanting to possibly sell the property rather than, I don't know, just like keeping it and keeping some tenants in there and, you know, letting it cash flow a couple $100 a month? So let's practice each of these one by one.
Okay.
Clear motivation, no urgency.
So besides your tenants, what was it that came up that made you want to look at possibly moving from this house now?
Well, I'm going to give you a different situation because if it's tenants who are not paying, right? That's motivation is clear. Like there's urgency, right? There's urgency here.
Yeah.
Let's see if they're like, oh, I want to move to Florida. Let's just say they want. So besides moving to Florida, so let's utilize that one.
Okay. So besides moving to Florida, what was it that came up that made you want to look at possibly moving from this house now?
Now, more curious on the now.
Now.
My mom's down there and she's sick, man. I gotta get down there soon.
So she's sick?
Yeah, she's got cancer.
Oh man. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And how long has that been going on?
Good job, dude. Good job. Now let's do motivation is clear and there's obviously urgency, which would be like tenants aren't paying.
Yeah. So besides your tenants not paying?
No, this is the next one. Clear motivation.
Okay.
Motivation with
Yeah, got it. So just so I can understand the rationale here, what's the main reason you're reaching out to us for maybe a quicker close, an easier transaction, versus, I don't know, taking a chance and listening with a realtor and going through all that hassle?
I really just, man, I can't do showings. I can't do a bunch of that stuff. I just got to give somebody who will close confidently and get me out of this without having to deal with these tenants.
Sounds great. Yeah. So obviously you want something that's a lot more efficient. That makes complete sense. So what would you need to know right now in order to move forward?
Don't go for that. Don't go for that yet. We don't want to go for the close. We haven't taken them through a deep enough sales process in order to do that yet. You have to earn the right to make an offer, bro. I don't want you to make an offer until you're at least 20 to 25 minutes into the call.
Okay.
Right? So our average closing call takes 45 minutes or more. Like actually, I would say our average close takes about 60 minutes. Most of the time I offer around minute 27.
Okay.
Now if no clear motivation.
So it sounds like things are going fairly well for you here. What's the rationale behind wanting to possibly sell the property rather than, I don't know, just keeping your tenants for a little bit longer?
Man, honestly, these tenants, I just don't want to deal with them anymore.
And how long have you been dealing with with your current situation right now?
If we're gonna say current situation, we need to be specific for one, and for two,
Okay.
for this one, if they're like, "Oh, I'm just tired of dealing with these tenants," I'll be like, "Ivan, man, I get that. That makes sense. But why
Mm-hmm.
take care of this now, though?
Mm-hmm.
Urgency. You see how we always ask now to increase urgency?
Yeah.
So try this one more time.
Okay. It sounds like things are going fairly well for you here. What's the rationale behind wanting to possibly sell the property rather than, I don't know, keeping them your tenants a little longer?
Man, I'm really just tired of dealing with them.
I see. So, what's the difference between doing it right now though?
But why take care of this now?
Mm.
Why? Look, it should. Do you see it on the script? It's on the next page. Check the next
Oh,
page.
that's why I don't see that. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, well, that makes sense, but why take care of this now though?
Man, they haven't paid in the past 3 months.
Mm. Well, that makes sense. And how could we possibly help here?
No, that's a statement.
Mm.
Ah, that makes sense how we can possibly help you.
Oh, okay.
Now he's exposed himself. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Ah, yep. That makes sense of how we can possibly help you. Try it.
Mm.
So try this whole if no clear motivation again.
Okay. So it sounds like things are going fairly well for you here. What's the rationale behind wanting to possibly sell the property rather than, I don't know, keeping them a little longer?
Mm, honestly, I'm ready to be out of them, dude. I'm ready to be out of them.
Well, that makes sense. But why take care of this now, though?
They're just a pain, bro. They're not paying or anything. I need to get rid of them.
Mm. I see. Well, that makes sense, and how we could possibly help here.
Good. And now I would start emphasizing like how long have they not been paying for? You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you get that
Yeah,
you have to increase urgency to be able to earn the right to probe as well. Okay.
got it.
Quick thing. I got to take a restroom break. Then we're gonna
Okay,
hit the assessment. Then
okay,
we're gonna get through the rest of the script. So probably give me like 2 minutes. I gotta take a leak. Be right back.
sounds good.
All right. Cool. So next is the assessment. The assessment's very simple, bro. Right? It's legitimately just qualifying the property. Because the more information we have, the more accurate of an offer we can make. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to just keep a very straightforward tonality here. You're going to ask questions about the property. You're going to just ask them just matter of the fact stuff. So just start from the top.
Okay. Thank you for sharing all that with me, JT. That is truly helpful and will help chances of getting approved. Now, before we get into the inside of the house, can you tell me about the outside?
Can you tell me about the
Like,
outside, like the neighborhood, the neighbors? Like, I would, yeah,
okay.
something like that.
Like the neighborhood, how are the neighbors? Do they take care of their home? And are they nice?
Yeah, the neighborhood's fine, man. It's mostly old people. They've lived here forever. There's nothing really wrong with the neighbors. It's just more of a slow paced neighborhood.
Got it. And what about the windows and doors? Are they all solid? Are they weatherproof right now?
Yeah, they are. They're all in good condition. We replaced those probably 10 years ago.
Okay, great. And the road, is it a double yellow line? Is it single lane?
It's a double yellow line.
Double yellow, got
Yeah.
it. So what's the speed limit in front of the road out front?
It's I think it's 35 miles an hour.
Okay. And are there any power lines crossing through the property?
No, there's no power lines on the property. No.
Okay. And the structure, is it in good condition or do you know of anything wrong with the structure right now?
I don't know of anything wrong with the structure. I believe it's in pretty good condition.
Okay. And the roof, any leaks, missing shingles, or anything like that?
Um, there's some missing shingles, but I don't believe there's any leaks or anything.
Okay. So just missing shingles, most likely. How about the HVAC? Is it in good operating condition or does that need to be replaced too?
Um, that needs to be replaced, I believe.
Okay, so we got to replace that HVAC. Now, is there anything that I can't see from the front of the road that you may have in the back, like a shed, a pool, or any other structure?
No, there's nothing in on the backside of the property. There's a little shed, but it doesn't add any value.
Okay, great. That should be everything I need about the outside for now. So this can segue us into the next portion, which is the inside. For this, I like for you to walk me through the layout of the house, as detailed as you can. Would you do that for me?
Yeah, try to like make that sound way smoother though. It sounds like super.
Got it. So great. That should be everything I need about the outside for now. So this can segue us into the next portion, which is the inside. For this, I'd like for you to walk me through the layout of your house as detailed as you can. Would you do that for me?
Yeah, I mean, you walk in on the right side is the master bedroom and the master bathroom, and then straight forward is the kitchen and living room combo, where you can walk straight out the back and onto the back porch. Or if you go to the left side of the house, there's two bedrooms as well, which is and there's a Jack and Jill bedroom or Jack and Jill bathroom between the two.
Got it. And the interior, would you say that it still looks like the 2010 year built? Or has it been updated since then?
No, it still looks like the original build.
Got it. And what type of flooring is it currently?
It's hardwood.
Got it. And is it sheetrock or is it paneling?
It's paneling.
Okay. What kind of countertops are in your kitchen?
I think like the old Formica stuff maybe.
Okay. And what type of appliances are in the kitchen?
Let's see. I believe they're the Frigidaire stainless steel ones.
Nice. And the bathrooms. You mentioned the Jack and Jill. What type of shower are or do they have?
The Jack and Jill has a fiberglass insert.
Okay. And how's the plumbing been updated since all of this has been built? Is it PEX? Is it PVC, copper, galvanized?
It's PEX.
Okay. And what about the electric? Is the breaker box? Is it a breaker box or is it a tube and a knob?
It's a breaker box.
Got it. Well, thank you. So let's say I gave you a $50,000 gift card to Home Depot. What exactly would you do with this property to get an HGTV ready?
Mm, I would update everything. Let them go in depth, super in depth there, right? Of course. That's good. That part's like super simple, bro. You did a good job. That's like super simple. Just like straight fact of the matter stuff. Okay? Now, this part is the second most important part of the script, which is called secure positioning. This is where we get them to commit to our offer before we ever bring up the price or before we ever make them an offer. So literally, they've already committed to working with us before we've ever made an offer, and this is how we do it. All right? So go ahead and start here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being so detailed. Now, in just a few minutes, I'll be running this back to my underwriting. Is there anything else that you would need to figure out before you truly know if you can close on this property?
No, I don't think there's anything else.
Okay, so do you have a deadline or is that absolutely that it has to absolutely sell by?
There's no deadline, no.
Okay. And is there anyone else that might even a tiny bit concerned that you're going to be selling the home?
Nope, no one that I'm aware of.
Okay, so no realtor or crazy ex-girlfriend or anything like that.
Well, I do have a realtor friend that I might run it by.
Okay, great. And after all mortgages and liens have been taken out, how much do you need in your pocket at closing in order to get to Florida?
I need about $50,000.
Okay, and how much is currently left on your mortgage?
150.
Okay. So, JT, I just want to let you know I see other investors, and keep in mind, this is by no means our offer, but our investors are buying similar properties at 1, 2, 3, boom. And this is not our offer, just what our other investors are buying properties for cash at. If they offered something you like, that would be, if they offered you something you like, that would, what?
If
Something
if
you
they
like, that would,
offered if they offered you something like that, we need to change that around. Not something
yes,
you like. If they offered you something like that,
yeah. If they
would
offered you something like that, would you still be able to achieve getting to Florida?
probably not, man.
Okay. And really, by no means, that's not our offer. I'm just trying to understand what I should do in the case that our underwriting team just comes back a little lower than you or I were hoping for.
Okay, two things here. I want you to be like, and look, no worries. Really, that is by no means our offer. That right there is something called a price anchor, right? We're anchoring them to a lower price So when we make our actual first offer, we can still lowball them, but them think, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So if they offered you something like that, would you still be able to get down to Florida with your family? Nah, man, probably not. Look, Ivan, no worries at all. That is by no means our offer. I'm just trying to understand what I should do in the case that our underwriting team comes in a little bit lower than you and I are hoping for. Ivan, why do we say you and I?
Because obviously you want them to believe that you're on their team, right? You want to get them the
Yes.
best offer, like you working together.
Correct. You guys, you want them to have the perception that you two are on the same team because everyone likes winning, bro. Negotiation is all about the perception of winning. And if they feel like it's you versus them, then they're never going to let you win, bro, because out of ego, right? It needs to be you and them versus the big bad underwriting department. Does that make sense?
Yeah. 100%.
Cool.
So are we going on to the, okay, so.
We're going to do this over again. So I just want to let you know.
All right, so JT, I just want to let you know, I see other investors, and keep in mind that this is by no means our offer, but our other investors are buying similar properties at XYZ. Again, this is not our offer, just what other investors are buying properties for cash at. If they offered you something like that, would you still be able to achieve getting to Florida on time?
Probably not, man.
And really, I understand. This is not by no means our offer. I'm just trying to understand what I should do in the case that our underwriting team comes back a little bit lower than you or I were hoping for.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, great. So what I can do from here, if you feel like it would help,
No, we
is
got to hit this. You see, did the blue text print out for you or no?
uh possibly not.
So that X you said you needed in your pocket, do you see that or no?
I don't.
Because this is the most important line of the entire script.
Okay, let me write that down.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it on the screen.
Yeah, write it down. This is by far the most important line of the entire script.
Gotcha.
Let me know when you're good to go.
It almost done.
You're good.
You're good.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna try this right here, right? So Ivan, that $50,000 you said you needed in your pocket. I mean, if we can get you at least close to that, close in a time frame that works for you, and make sure that you're able to actually get down to Florida, get closer to your mom. I mean, would you have any concerns at that point?
Mm. Yeah, you want me to run it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that $50,000 you said you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get that close to you, that close to that, and that time frame that works for you, and make sure you achieve getting to Florida with seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
I just want to make sure you guys can actually close.
Absolutely. One second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I absolutely understand where you're coming from. So what I can do from here is, if you feel like
So
it would
you want to
help.
stay on this part till they say there are no concerns. For example,
Oh, okay. I got you
so
now.
then so what if I said I just want to make sure you guys can actually close? What would you say then?
Absolutely. I can definitely understand that. We could absolutely close in the exact time frame that you needed, and even as little as, X days, 7 to 14 days. I'm not sure what you say, but I'd probably say something like that.
So you would say this.
Okay.
What would give you the confidence that we would actually close?
Mm,
Literally, let the prospect tell you what they want to hear.
I see.
That's the whole goal. You can't sell something you don't know what they want, bro. You know?
Mm, yep.
So let the
I mean,
prospect know what they want to hear. Simple as that.
got it. So, what exactly would you need to know in order to feel confident that we could close?
I mean, I just want to see proof of funds.
Proof of funds, absolutely. So that's something that I can actually go back to the financial underwriting department and we can work out for you so that you're absolutely certain that we have the funds to purchase your property before we move forward. How's that work?
Good. But you want to go back to this. You want to do a summary again. This whole part is a summary. So you would say this. So let's just say this, right? We
Yeah,
we get you the proof of funds, so you're confident that we'll actually close. We get you,
yeah,
$50,000 in your pocket or close to it, and we close, within the next 3 weeks, like you said you needed, in order to make sure that you can get down to Florida to see your mom in time. I mean, if we can do all of that, I mean, would you have any concerns at that point? Then she's gonna say, "No, I'm good." Then, awesome. So say we're able to do all of that. Then what do you want the next steps to be from here? Let them
mm,
tell you that they want to get to the offer. Make sense?
yeah. So, okay, so if we can show you proof of funds, get you that $50,000 you said you needed in your pocket, and get you in Florida on time, see your mom, would that be everything that you need so that we could close?
Say that one more time.
Okay. Okay, so say that so say we show you our proof of funds, we get you the $50,000 you said you
Okay,
needed in it.
that's what we're missing, right?
Yeah.
We want to reiterate her question back to her. She said, "I want to
Oh,
be confident you guys can close." What would make you confident that you can close? Proof of funds. Okay, if we can
yeah.
show you proof of funds to give you the confidence that we can actually close. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we can get you if we can show you the proof of funds, the 50K that you need uh, in order to close, at that point, are you gonna be ready to move forward?
No. Read it just like this.
Oh, okay. Uh, okay. So run it back
Mm-hmm.
okay. So if we can show you that proof of funds, get you the $50,000 you said that you needed in your pocket at closing, and get you to that, and get you that, or get you close to that. And in a time frame that works for you, to make sure that you get to Florida and see your mom. At that point, are you gonna have any more concerns?
Would you have any more concerns at that point? Let's start from the top. Let's redo this whole thing. We're gonna say it. We're gonna say so we're gonna start from the top of this sentence. We're gonna start over. We're gonna start from scratch.
Okay, so that $50,000 that you said that you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that and close in the time frame that works for you, and make sure you achieve getting to Florida, seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
No, I wouldn't have any concerns. One more time.
Okay. So that 50K you said that you needed in your pocket at closing. If we can get you close to that and close in the time frame that works for you, and make sure that you achieve getting to Florida and seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
I just want to make sure I'm not getting scammed.
Absolutely. And what would you need to see to feel confident that you weren't going to be scammed?
Great job. Way to listen, bro. Way to listen.
Mm.
I just would like to see like some reviews or testimonials or something, bro.
Absolutely. So if we could get you those testimonials, those reviews, would that be everything that you need to feel confident?
So you still want to re-summarize, bro. So you would want to say like,
Summarize.
so that 50, so let's just say, for total
Okay.
example, we get you $50,000 in your pocket, or at least close to it, right? We close in the time frame that works for you. If they set a specific time frame, we'd say, we'll close in that 3 weeks that you said you needed in order to be able to get closer to your mom. And also, when I go back to the team, I'll make sure that we include in our offer that all of the testimonials and reviews, and make sure you get access to that so that you can actually feel confident that we aren't a scam. Would you have any concerns at that point? Do you see what I'm doing? Like, you see how I'm summarizing all their things into one?
Back over it.
Yes.
Yep.
So run that again.
Okay. So from the very, very top.
Yeah, from just the top of that.
Okay. So that 50K that you said that you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that, close in the time frame that works for you, and make sure you achieve getting to Florida and seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
No.
Okay, so just to be clear then, so we're gonna get you that 50Ks.
No, so if they say no, you move on to the next part. Let's run this again, because again, this is the most important part. I'm going to give you a concern until we nail the concern part, and then I'll give you a no, just so we're on the same page.
Got it. So that 50K you said you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that, close in the time frame that works for you, and make sure you achieve getting to Florida and seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
I mean, I just want to make sure you guys can actually close on the property.
I see. And what would you need to see in order to feel confident that we could close?
I would just need to. Also, don't say what would you need to see, because they might want to hear something, right? But say like what. Just say what would give you confidence that we'd actually close. So say that again.
Yeah. So what would give you confidence that we could actually close?
Really, I just would want to see like proof of funds or something.
Absolutely. So if we could give you the proof of funds, get you close to that 50K.
What am I gonna say?
I thought I was supposed to summarize.
Yes, but if we can get you proof of funds to give you the confidence that we can actually close.
Yes. So if we could show you the funds to give you the confidence that we could actually close, along with the 50K, close in the time frame that works for you, and then make sure you get to Florida to see your mom. Would you have any other concerns at that point?
No. So that you're getting better. We're making improvements, right? But we're still not there quite yet. Okay.
Okay.
Um. So that X amount of dollars you said you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that, close in a time frame that works for you, and make sure that you're actually able to achieve your outcome. Would you have any concerns at that point? Yes. Okay. Deflect with a question. Perfect. Summarize every single thing again. Handle that next objection, or handle the objection in the summary, and then go from there. Cool. So we're gonna have to run this one more time. And by the way, when we
Gotcha.
get to the offer portion, I'm gonna go ahead and start letting some people in, because on noon on Mondays I have a group call with all of our JV partners around the country. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them be a part of this training too. So just so you know, but we are going. I need this to be perfected here. Okay.
Okay. So just to be clear, I'm gonna say it over, and then you're gonna give me your objection or slash your concern. I'm gonna ask you, okay, what do you need to all right to feel confident? Boom. Then I'm gonna re-summarize it, making sure that hey, so okay, if we get you this, you're gonna feel confident, and then summarize, the 50K, etc. Any more concerns at that point? That's good.
Correct. Also, guys, just so
Yeah.
you know, we're doing a full script role play right here. But what our goal is today, we're going to go over the negotiations portion, because I talked to Freddie about this last Tuesday. And the actual offer programs and the pricing and the offers a little bit confusing, but we're going to nail down the negotiation. So we're going to continue with the secure positioning part right here, and then all of us will get into the negotiations portion here in a minute. But go ahead and start from there, Ivan.
Okay. So that 50K that you said that you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that, close in the time frame that works for you and makes you sure that you can achieve getting to Florida and seeing your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
I just want to make sure you guys can actually close.
Absolutely. And what would make you feel confident that we could actually close?
I don't know, like maybe like seeing some testimonials or something of that nature.
Okay. So if we can show you our testimonials, would you feel confident alongside with the 50K that you said that you needed?
Don't ask.
And
You're assuming. You want to assume
okay.
here. Not would you feel confident, right? So if we can show you the testimonials to make you feel confident. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah. So if we could show you the testimonials so that you're confident, get you close to that 50K, close in time that you need, and help you get to Florida to see your mom, at that point, are you gonna have any more concerns?
I don't like at that point. Are you gonna have any more concerns? Because it sounds like you're
Mm,
annoyed, right?
yeah.
I mean,
Um.
at that point, would you have any other concerns?
Mm,
Right? It's all about how you say these words. Like you're going for the right thing, but you're missing the key portions here that we need in order to be able to make sure that it's landing perfectly. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Cool. Try again.
Okay. So if we can show you our testimonials to get you confident that we can close and get you close to that 50K that you said you needed in your pocket, and close in a time frame that works for you, and help you get to Florida to see your mom. At that point, are you? Oh no, I messed that up again. So, would you have any more concerns at that point?
No other concerns. We're gonna run this one more time. Okay, we're gonna
Got
run it
it.
from the top. I'm gonna give you the objection. We're gonna re-summarize it all over again. Make sense?
Do it.
Cool.
So that 50K you said you needed in your pocket at closing, if we can get you close to that, close in the time frame that works for you, and make sure you achieve getting to Florida to see your mom, would you have any concerns at that point?
I just want to make sure that you guys are like the real deal and not a scam.
Absolutely. And what would make you feel confident that we were the real deal and not a scam?
just like, I don't know, like maybe seeing like proof of funds, something like that.
Absolutely. So, say that we are able to show you our proof of funds and to make you feel confident, and we get you close to that 50K that you said you need in your pocket at closing, and close in the time frame that works for you. Make sure that you get to Florida to see your mom. Would you have any more concerns at that point?
No, I would not.
Okay, great. So, what I can do from here is if
One
you,
more thing.
yeah,
If they say if nothing, right? You want them to tell you, hey, let's get to the offer. So what you're gonna say is, so let's say we're able to do all of that. Then what do you want the next steps to be from here?
yeah. So, say that we're able to do all of that, then what would you like to do from here?
What do you want the next steps to be from here?
What do you want the next steps to be from here?
I just want to get to the offer.
Okay, great. So, what I can do from here is if you feel like it would help, is run down the hall to the. Oh, so let me start over again. Okay, so what I can do from here, if you feel like it would help, is run down the hall to the underwriting department to see if we can get you approved for one of our cash offer programs. And within the next few minutes, I'll either have A, an approval with an offer attached with your file number, or B, a denial with a reason why. So just hold on a few moments and let me put you on hold real quick.
Be more confident. So just hold on a
Yeah.
moment. I'm gonna put you on a brief hold. Say that again.
So just hold on for a minute and I'm going to put you on hold.
Good. So here's the thing. You have to lead a prospect. A prospect is more likely to close when you have certainty around what you're saying and around what you're offering. If you don't have certainty, like if the sales rep doesn't believe in the offer or doesn't believe in it in general, then why would the person believe in it? They're not going to.
Right.
Right? So you have to have certainty and confidence behind what you're saying. People like to be led and people like to be told what to do. Right? It's the same thing when you're talking to a woman, you're asking her where she wants to go to dinner. She doesn't want to be asked that. Right? She wants you to say, hey, let's go to dinner here. Right? She doesn't want you, she doesn't want to think. These prospects don't want to think either, because thinking is what's gotten them into the point they're in right now. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Try again.
Good. From the top or just that last part?
Just the okay, so what I can do from here.
Okay. Okay, so what I can do from here is if you feel like it would help is run down to the hall to the underwriting department to see if I can get you approved for one of our cash offer programs. And within the next few minutes, I'll either have A, an approval with an offer attached to your file number, or B, a denial with a reason why. So just hold on a few minutes and I'm going to put you on hold.
Much better, much better. Okay. Now the first hold is where we're going to run comps. Okay? So at this point, we're going to run comps on that first call. We're going to run comps on that first call. We want to be able to get an offer price here. This is where we want to get our offer price, right? So then you're going to come back, and the purpose of the, I'm about to have to get a water too, by the way. So you might have to give me a second here. So the purpose of the second, so we want to come back from that hold like, hey, I don't have good or bad news quite yet. We're trying to build suspense and make this seem more real, okay? So let's just start with, hey, can you hear me?
Okay. Hey, JT, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So I do not have any good or bad news quite yet. They just have a few more specific questions they want me to ask before we can give you an offer we can firmly stand behind. Do you happen to know the exact age of the HVAC?
Wait for them to respond. So
Okay.
before we give you an offer that we can firmly stand behind, emphasize the word firmly, because that seems like you're actually taking the offer serious and you want to genuinely help them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Try again.
So I do not have good or bad news quite yet. They just have a few more specific questions they want me to ask before we can give you an offer we can firmly stand behind.
Okay.
So, do you happen to know the exact age of the HVAC?
I think it's 6 years old.
Okay, and what about the roof?
The roof is 10 years old, I believe.
And what schools are the homes zoned for?
The home is sold for Halls Middle School and High School.
Got it. And what's the nearest grocery store?
Publix.
Okay. And what is that type of foundation? Do you have basement, crawl space, slab?
It's a basement.
Got it. And is it on septic or sewer?
It's sewer.
Okay. And is it well or city water?
It's city. So assume if it's sewer, it should also be city water. Just FYI.
Okay. Got it. And is
You,
there internet available? What about, any fiber optic?
say, okay, finally, last question. Is there internet available? Yes. Okay, and just to confirm, it's fiber optic or no?
Okay. Okay, so final question, is there internet available?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and is it fiber optic?
No, I don't think so. It's satellite.
Okay, got it. So
Is now I
this
would
is
say
all.
because now they said it's satellite, and I would say now is your satellite, or is
Mhm.
there no access to like you want to get super specific, make it seem like super tangible. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So try that again.
Okay, so final question, is there internet available?
Yes.
Got it. Okay, and is it fiber optic?
Ours is not.
Okay, so it's a satellite or what is it?
No, it's just like regular Wi. It's just like regular Wi-Fi.
Okay, so regular Wi-Fi, perfect. This is all that they needed. So before I take this back, do you mind if I share with you how our process works?
This needs to be treated more of as a transition. So that sounds like, is it fiber optic? No. Okay, perfect. That's all they needed. Like instead, it wants to be like, okay, perfect. Okay, all right. That is all they needed. Almost like you like act like you're taking action throughout this, right? You don't want it to
Mm,
just be like, um, all right, perfect. This is all they needed. Like make it sound like you're writing stuff down. Okay, there we go. That is all they needed. You see how it seems like more real?
yeah.
Cool. Try this again.
Okay, so all right, perfect. This is all they needed. Before I take this back, do you mind if I share with you how our process works?
Not quite. All right, per yeah, that's really all they needed. But let's
Yeah,
see. Before I take this back to them, do you mind if I share with you how our process works really quick?
got it. All right, perfect. This is all they needed. Before I take this back, do you mind if I share with you how our process works?
Um, yeah, sure, go for it.
Awesome. So, if you do receive a final approval, it will be attached to your file number, JC4781, like we discussed earlier. I will then send you a simple 3-page agreement that we will go over together that outlines how the process works. And luckily for the both of us, it's written in third grade English, not to insult your intelligence, but to make sure everyone can easily understand it. So then once this is approved, we will send a member of our team out to the home within the next 72 hours to take some pictures so our team ready to start can get ready to start the closing process.
Start over. I want you to sound more confident and certain in the process. Again, you have to lead the prospect through this because if you don't, they're not going to respond well. They're not going to believe you, right?
Got
So
it.
awesome. If you do receive a final approval level, a letter, it's going to be attached to that file number JC-1234 that we discussed earlier. Okay. After that, I'll send you over a super simple 3-page agreement that you and I will go through together. It's going to outline how the process works. And Ivan, luckily for both of us, it's written in 3rd grade English. Not to insult your intelligence, just to make sure we can both easily understand it. You see the difference?
Yeah. Okay, so awesome. So if you do receive a final approval, it will be attached to the file number JC-1234, just like we discussed earlier. I will then send you a simple 3-page agreement that we will go over together that outlines how the process works. And luckily for the both of us, it's written in the 3rd grade English, not to insult your intelligence, but to make sure everyone can easily understand it. Then, once it's approved, we will send a member of our team to the home within the next 72 hours to take some pictures so our team can get ready to start the closing process. Once we have all the pictures in hand, we're going to share them with our contractors first to get an accurate repair budget, and then possibly to the open partner market to make sure that we can get a price we say we will in the time frame we promised you. We will then conclude a couple of walkthroughs with our contractors and retail partners, but our team is used to this. So for you, this process is hands off. So you don't have to stress about repairs, renovations, cleaning, or anything like that. And from that point on, sit back and relax and get paid.
Good. Your tonality is a little rough here. You need to pace out a little differently. Be
Okay.
more, you need to be more certain. This will come from memorization, right?
Yeah.
This will come from memorization, but just being confident in what you're saying and knowing you're not reading, hoping you said the right thing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then again, do you have the blue text here or no?
No blue text, unfortunately.
Do you have any questions or concerns about the process before I take it back to get final approval?
Okay.
Does it say that on yours or no?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Write that down really quick, please.
Gotcha.
Cool. Let me know when you're good to go.
Okay, just about done. All right, good.
Awesome. Go for it.
So do you have any questions or concerns about the process before I take this back to get its final approval?
What do you mean by retail partners?
Is that on the script?
No, I'm just seeing how you would handle it.
Oh, so our retail partners are essentially people that are going to help us get your property purchased. They essentially would take it on as their investment.
I would say this. This is a good. I just wanted to see how you'd handle that.
Okay.
Perfect question. Honestly, retail partners just means in the case that we aren't the end buyers on this property, we'll just make sure that we can still get you the price we promised and the time frame we promised you. Ivan, as long as we get that amount in your pocket that we promised and the time frame we promised you, would you really have any concerns at that point? They're going to say no. And if they're like, what do you mean you're not the end buyer? We have multiple strategies, right? Fix and flip, long-term rental, sometimes short-term rental. Sometimes we flip properties to homeowners. Sometimes we list properties with realtors. It really is completely dependent. Our goal is just one thing and one thing only. Get you the price in your pocket that we promised you in the time frame we promised you. And we don't really matter, and it usually doesn't matter to us how we cut the cake. However, we make sure our clients are happy. That's it.
Okay.
Make sense? So I'm going to give you that. I'm just going to say to you again, What do you mean by retail buyers? And then you can give me your handling version of that objection.
Yeah, so our retail partners are basically investors who will be buying the properties. They're going to be our end buyers. But that being said, we have multiple strategies. And at the end of the day, JT, does it really matter how we purchase your property if we're able to get you where you want to be and get it purchased for you?
You don't want to say that. You want to say the price we promise you and the time frame we promise.
Okay, and then the price we promised and the time frame we promised. Got it. So our retail partners are our end buyers, and honestly, we have a couple different avenues that we pursue in order to get these deals taken care of.
Don't go straight to our retail partners are our end buyers because they don't understand what that means, right? It's too confusing for them to be confident in the process. So simply, we have multiple ways we purchase properties, right? Rent, fix and flip. Sometimes we list with realtors. Say things that they know.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah.
If you start talking about stuff that they might not have heard before, it gets confusing and they get overwhelmed.
Makes sense. So we purchase properties in a few different ways, fix and flip, long-term investment, etc. And at the end of the day, JT, does it really matter how we purchase your property if we're able to get you that price that we promised and close in the time frame that we promised you?
Honestly, no, it doesn't.
Very good. So, okay, awesome then. Just give me a few minutes here.
One more question. One more thing. Remember, when you don't have blue text on here, but when we do blue text, it means stay on this until we handle all objections. So be like, at this point, as long as we get you the price we promised you, the time frame we promised, you would have no other concerns about the process or questions about the process before I take this back to get final approval.
Got it. Okay. So you wouldn't have any more questions or concerns about the process before I take this back and get its final approval?
Nope.
Okay, great. So just so I summarize again right there? Or?
No, so you'll just say, okay, awesome. Give me a few minutes here with the team. I'll see if we can get you approved, right?
Yep.
At this point, you'll know whether or not you have a contract, or at this point, you'll know whether or not you have a contract, like for sure, or you may not know if you have the right offer price yet. If you know for a fact you have the right offer price, or you have your offer price ready, you've already done the comps, you're good, you're going to write the contract here, you're just going to leave the price blank, okay? If you don't know the 100% purchase price yet, focus on comping the property still here until you have a confident offer, right? So at this point, you would come to the MAO calculator. Can you see my screen here or no? What screen is it on?
Yeah, I can see it. It's like Excel sheet.
Cool.
Or a Google sheet.
So let's say there's different rankings of offers. So let's say they're asking for $200,000 basically. $150,000 mortgage plus $50,000 in their pocket. Let's say, for example, on the market, the property's worth $205,000. Our maximum offer is $165,000 using our equity protection program. Right? Our goal is to frame the offer as many times as possible before we even get to that point. We want to make as many offers as possible, most likely 10, probably 10 or more, in order to get the biggest likelihood chance of us actually closing them on that first call. Okay? So, this is going to be good for everyone. Everyone needs to hear this. Right? So most of the time, you're going to hear, it's a bad news offer, which is, unfortunately, it did come in right around where I was thinking it would. Okay? So that's mostly what you're going to do. Sometimes you will, maybe their asking price is $155, right? you would literally say, congratulations. Looks like we were able to get you approved. The best we could get you approved for was $152,000. You never give them full asking price because it makes it seem like you guys, it makes them second guess themselves, right? But you give them close enough to make them feel like you can do it. Make sense? And then if like they're at 200 and your max is 165, we got to start lower and go for an anchor here. All right? So it would sound something like this. Hey, Ivan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Ivan, so unfortunately, it did come in right around where I was thinking it would. It looks like the best you could get approved for is $111,000, which will put no money in your pocket and really wouldn't even allow you to be able to get down to Florida with your family. Now, I know that's definitely not what you were expecting, but would that at least put you in a better position than you are right now? Right? Most of the time, if they have more than that left on their, if they have more than that left on their mortgage, so say they have $150,000, right, left on their mortgage, I would not offer below that because we know it's not going to work, right? If I knew they owed more than I can offer on the first round, I would offer, if I knew that I could not offer them enough on the first round, okay, to cover their mortgage during the anchor part, which is, I see other investors offering X amount of dollars. If they offered you something like that, how would you still be able to achieve dream outcome? They're going to probably say no because it's less than their mortgage, okay? So you want to utilize those investors as the anchor price because now you're going to come above that in your first offer. That probably doesn't make sense, does it? Doesn't make sense, I.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
So if a little bit, then I did not do a good enough job.
No, you did.
So, do you remember the part in the script? Well, I'll go scroll back up to it. The part in the script that says, it's in this part. So name. I just want to let you know, I see other investors offering X amount of dollars and keep it, or sorry, I see other investors and keep in mind this is by no means our offer, but other investors are buying properties at 40 to 50% of Zillow. Do you see, did it print for you or no?
Oh, see, yeah, that's that part didn't print out. I don't know why all the highlighted stuff. Oh, you said it was linked.
No, I guess if it didn't, I guess it did not print out any highlighted stuff. So, that's okay. So I need you to write this in there.
Okay.
I need you to write stars though. I need you to write stars next to this. 40 to 50% of Zillow. And write stars next to it. Let me know when you've written that down, because I'm going to tell you why we do it this way.
Okay. Second here. Okay, got it.
Okay. So don't do what 99% of people do when they're reading the script. Don't say, I see other investors, and keep in mind, this is by no means our offer, but other investors are trying to buy properties similar at 40 to 50% of Zillow. Do not say that. If Zillow says 100,000 or 200,000, you're going to say, but other investors are buying similar properties at $100 or $80 to $100,000.
Mm.
We're anchoring them to a specific price. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's exactly what you would do if you're always going to do that. But you need to emphasize this if your offer is going to be less than what they're asking. or sorry, if your offer is going to be less than their mortgage, right? Because if their mortgage is $150,000 and our first offer is $110,000, we obviously can't get a deal done, right? So what I would actually do, if I go and I know that my first offer is less than their mortgage, I'm going to come back and do this. Hey, Ivan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for our rapid relief program. It just looks like there's not enough equity. That being said, if I can get you closer to that, that $50,000 mark that you really need in your pocket, if I can get you closer to that, would it really matter if it took like an extra 15 to 30 days to close? And they're going to be like, no, it doesn't. Okay, well, I have this other program that I'm going to go try and get you approved for. It should take me about 20 seconds. Let me put you on a brief hold, right? I'm now going to come back. And if I have to offer more than their mortgage, now I'm going to be able to offer more than their mortgage, right? Because they're at 150, I'm going to offer like 152, right? I'll be like, hey, Ivan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Ivan. So, good news and bad news. The good news is we were able to get you approved. So that's step number one. Okay, so that's the good news. Unfortunately, though, it did come in right around 152, which would only put $2,000 in your pocket and at least help you get down to Florida to be closer to your mother. Now, I know that's definitely not what you and I were hoping for, but would that at least put you in a better position than you are right now? And they're going to say probably yes or no, right? And then I would say something along the lines of, if they say no, I'm going to be like, yeah, I totally understand. What were you at least hoping I was going to say? Now they're going to bid against themselves. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm going to let you run this. This is pretty complex. I have a full negotiation training. But the reason we have 4 programs up here is because we do something called give and take. If you just keep increasing your offer without taking anything away, you feel like you're getting scammed. Have you ever been sold something and they're like, oh, well, I'll give it to you for $5,000. Oh, but you're not buying. Well, I'll give it to you for $3,000. Well, I'll give it to you for $2,000. You're like, bro, this guy's thirsty. This doesn't feel right, right? Now, what if he's like, hey, I can give you our other program for $3,000, but you're not going to get as many one-on-one calls, right? And then you're going to be like, okay, that makes sense. I can probably afford the $3,000 package, right? It's the same thing here. If you're going to give more money, then you have to take something back, right? So, hey, if I'm going to give you more money, I can't close in the same time frame. Or, hey, I'm going to give you more money, but I'm going to need more access to the property. You see how we're doing give and take there?
Yeah.
So that's what I want you to do. I want you to get me to accept your offer. Your maximum offer is $165,000. Your maximum offer. Let me repeat. Maximum, not first, maximum. Okay? And I owe $150,000 on the mortgage. And I'm asking for $200,000. Close me.
Okay. So let me pull up the sheet real quick again.
That's fine.
Okay, so what tab do I plug it in so I know what my three offers will be if I need to do
So,
each one or four offers?
so here's the thing, right? For this specific offer, I'm just giving you the numbers. We're not going to worry about that right now, okay?
Oh, okay. I gotta plug it in and do all that.
No, you're not going to do that. Your maximum offer is 165, right? I owe $150,000 on the mortgage. I'm asking for 200. Write those three numbers down for now.
Yes. Got it. So what do you want me to come at you like with the first price that I got from?
That's what you're that based on what I just taught you, that's what I want you to try and do yourself.
Sounds good. Okay, so let me read it off.
Because your first offer would have been 111, but what do I owe on the mortgage?
150.
Right. So what are we going to do? Because we can't do the rapid relief program. So what am I going to do as soon as I come off hold?
I'm gonna give you the bad news
Which is
that we weren't able to get to the 150, but I'm gonna position it that hey, at least is it gonna at least put you in a better position than you are now?
no, not quite. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to get them bought into Novation first. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Ivan, unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for an offer that would actually help you and pay off your mortgage, especially with our 14-day close program. But I do have a possibility I could get you approved for maybe our family placement program. If it took like an extra 30 days to close, would that really make a difference for you? And they're going to say, oh, an extra 30 days isn't bad. But okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go see if I can get you approved to see if we can still help you. Right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to come back and make an offer. But the fact that their mortgage was too high, I'm going to say, hey, we can't approve you to actually help you because your mortgage is too high. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So try again.
Okay, so hey JT, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for our program that I mentioned to you. It looks like we came in a little bit lower than what your mortgage is right now. But that being said, I might be able to get you approved for another program. But the thing is, would you be willing to wait to 30 up to 30 days to see if, we could get you approved for this program in order for us to close?
No.
No.
Us to close doesn't matter. What matters is them getting benefited still. Right?
Yeah.
I know that this isn't necessarily ideal, right? Or actually, I would literally just be like, I wasn't able to get you approved for our quick close program just because you guys owed a little bit too much on the mortgage. But if I was able to, get us up a little bit higher, would it really matter if it took like an extra 30 days? Stop trying to over-explain. You're trying to over-explain. We just need them to get committed. They just need to commit to an extra 30 days with us. That's it.
Got it.
So try now.
So, hey JT, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we weren't able to get you approved for the first program that I mentioned, but we are going to be able to potentially look at another program for you, and we're going to give you a better offer. I forgot how you worded that. Trying to get it to 30 days. How did you word that last part?
Just think about this again, right?
Yeah.
We weren't able to get you approved because you owed too much of the mortgage, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I may be able to help you with another one of our programs. Would it really matter if it took like an extra 30 days to close?
Okay.
Try it.
So we weren't able to get you approved for that initial offer because your mortgage is a little too high. But that being said, we would be able to get you possibly approved for another program. Is it going to matter if you had to wait for 30 plus days if you're going to get a better offer?
No. Would it really matter if it took us like an extra 30 days? That's it.
Okay. But that being said, would it really matter if it's going to take an extra 30 days?
Would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days? Not if it's going to take.
Okay. Would it really matter if it's going to take another 30 days?
An extra. I want you to like.
Okay.
You're making it seem worse than it is. Just like, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Yeah. More like, yeah, would it really matter if it's going to take an extra 30 days?
Not if it's going to take. Would it really matter if it took?
Like, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're going to assume the close, make them future paced by saying this is already over. It took 30 days, it's over with. Makes sense?
Yes.
Try again.
So we weren't able to get you approved for that first program because your mortgage was a little too high.
Unfortunately, be more empathetic here.
Okay. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for that initial program because your mortgage was a little too high. But that being said, we could potentially get you approved for another program. Would it really matter if it's going to take an extra 30 days?
We're missing one part, right? We're missing one part.
The middle part.
Yeah. So, that being said, I might be able to get you approved for one of our programs where we can actually help put some more money in your pocket. Would it really matter? If we can get you approved for that, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Got it. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for that initial program, but I might be able to get you approved for another program. With this program, would it really matter if you had to wait an extra 30 days?
What are we missing? The benefit for them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, getting a better offer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for that initial program because your mortgage was a little too high. But I might be able to get you approved to another program that'll get you a better offer. So that being said, with this other program, would it really matter if it's going to take an extra 30 days?
Try again. Pace it out longer and be more empathetic throughout the whole thing.
So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for our initial program because your mortgage was a little too high. But I might be able to get you approved for another program that'll get you a better offer. So that being said, would it really matter if you gotta wait an extra 30 days?
Don't say gotta wait an extra 30 days.
Okay.
Just be like, it took an extra 30 days. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's over with, dude. You don't want them to be like, you don't want them to think, oh, I have to wait, right?
Okay.
You know what makes a good offer, brother? Perceived likelihood of achievement, time to get results, and risk aversion. Those are the three things that matter, right? Likelihood of how do we increase likelihood of achievement or likelihood of closing in this specific example is them feeling like you guys actually have the competency and the cash to close, right? Timeline of results by giving them the perception that the timeline is lower than it actually is, by setting proper expectations, but by utilizing the proper words to make them feel confident. And then risk aversion, the whole purpose of the offer. Does that make sense? Does it make sense or no?
Yes, makes more sense.
So always focus on how it's going to help them achieve their results in better time with less risk.
Okay.
Try again.
So unfortunately, we weren't able to get you approved for that initial program. But that being said, I could potentially get you approved for another program that's going to get you a better offer. So would it matter if it took? So, uh, so that being said, is it going to matter if it takes an extra 30 days?
Don't say if it takes. If it tooks, it's already in the past tense. It's already over.
Okay. Again, assuming. Got it.
Let's write this down word for word, okay?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you approved for our fast offer program or for our rapid relief program. Sadly, your mortgage was too high in order for us to actually be able to help you. That being said, I do have other programs that will allow you to put more money in your pocket. If I was able to get you approved for one of those, would you have any concerns? Or sorry, if I was able to get you approved for one of those, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Okay, so after you said, that being said, I do have some other programs that will get you, that could get you more money in pocket. What's the last part, the last sentence?
That being said, I do have some other programs that may help you. Again, may help you put more money in your pocket. If I could get you approved for one of those programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Yo, JT.
Hmm?
So I got the email blast that you sent about your masterclass, and the URL said DFY webinar. So I was just curious, are you launching a done for you offer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, can you share the details, or do I have to go and see the webinar?
I won't be sharing the details. It's insane,
Okay.
though. I'm not going to cap. It's pretty insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
What price point am I looking at?
Bro, I can't expose anything on here, bro.
I thought we were friends. I thought we were lovers.
I'll have to send you a, if you don't attend, I'll send you a recording.
Okay.
Okay? Because you got to be there for the whole thing, bro.
Are you still coming to Columbia this month?
Dude, it depends on how this launch goes. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's really, really sick. I spent like probably the past 3 months just making the most crack thing ever, though. Like, legitimately. It's gonna be insane, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on pins and needles now.
You should be. You ready, Ivan?
Yeah.
So give it to me.
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you approved for our rapid relief program. Sadly, your mortgage was a little too high for us to be able to help you. But that being said, I do have some other programs that may help put more money in your pocket. If I could get you approved for one of those programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Talk track is excellent. Tonality is not good. So the talk track is there. So we've got that. Now I need you to be 10 times as empathetic.
Okay. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you approved for our rapid relief program. Sadly, your mortgage was a little too high for us to be able to help you. But that being said, I do have some other programs that may help put more money in your pocket. If I could get you approved for one of these programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Good, but we need to make it sound a little bit more genuine. Like, would it really matter if it took, I don't know, Ivan, maybe like an extra 30 days? You see how mine sounds conversational?
Yeah.
Run it again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you approved for our rapid relief program. Sadly, your mortgage was a little too high for us to be able to help you. But that being said, I do have some other programs that may help put more money in your pocket. If I could get you approved for one of these programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Slow it down a little. That was much better. Slow it down just a little bit, though.
Okay. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you approved for our rapid relief program. Sadly, your mortgage was a little too high for us to be able to help you. That being said, I do have some other programs that may help put more money in your pocket. If I can get you approved for one of these programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
If I could get you approved for one of those programs, I don't know, would it really matter if it took like an extra 30 days? Just that.
Okay. If I can get you approved for one of these programs, would it really matter if it took an extra 30 days?
Would it really matter if it took like, I don't know, like an extra 30 days? Just more empathetic.
Okay. If I get you approved for one of these programs, would it really matter if it took like an extra 30 days?
Good. That was good. One thing I want to avoid is just sounding like we're rushing again. I like how you were being confident. I know how we were talking about that, but I want you to understand that where the prospect is in this point in time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So I say, no, it really doesn't matter. Just make me your offer.
Okay, so
Simply just go back and be like, okay, give me 1 second. It's gonna take 10 seconds. I gotta see what they would give you for our family placement program. Let me see if we can get you approved for that one.
okay. So just give me like 10 seconds, JT. I'm gonna see if we can get you approved for that family placement program. I'm gonna put you on hold again real quick.
Yep, good. Literally put them on hold for like 15, 30 seconds max.
Okay. And then do you want to give them the good news or is it gonna be bad news again?
Good news. Or it's gonna be good news and bad news, remember? So it's gonna be the first one's gonna be like, so I have good news and bad news. The good news is the hard part is over. We did get you approved for an offer, right? Unfortunately, though, it did come in lower than what I was hoping for. Looks like the best we could get you approved for was 152, which would put $2,000 in your pocket and allow you to get the blank at blank, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, good news, JT. We were able to get you approved, so we got the hard part over with. And then, so do you want me to phrase it as a good thing or a bad thing? That's 152. I forgot. It kind of tonality. It's like, like it wasn't as good as we hoped for, but it's at least, X amount.
Like, so we have good news and bad news. Good news is the hard part is over, Ivan. We got you approved for an offer, but unfortunately it did come in where I was thinking it would. Came in at $152,000, which would put $2,000 in your pocket at closing, and help you get down the floor with your family. Now, I know that's not what you were expecting, but would that at least put you in a better position than you are right now?
Got it. So, JT, unfortunately, it did come around right where I was thinking it kind of would. We got you approved the best we could do for $152,000, which would put you at $2,000 in your pocket after you paid off your mortgage, so that you could get to Florida to see your family. Now, I know that's not what you were expecting, but will that at least put you in a better position than you are now?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, man, I apologize that our offer was lower than you or I were hoping for.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, yeah, it would. So what would you do then?
Oh, okay.
We're going to go back to a no. But if I said, yeah, it would, you literally just assume the close. Okay, Ivan. So the next steps from here, I'm going to send you over a simple agreement to approve. That way we can get this closing process started, and hopefully it doesn't take any extra time. Cool.
Yes.
See, you understand?
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, because if they agree, then you're good to go. But if not, then you gotta. Okay.
Correct. So just what we're going to do right now, we're going to assume the close. You're going to just say, I said, yeah, it would put me in a better position than I am right now.
Okay. So that's great to hear, JT.
Don't say that. Just simply next steps from here. Lead them to the next part.
Okay, so next steps from here, we're gonna go ahead and write up your offer and send.
So next step from here, I'm going to send you a simple agreement to approve on this call, because you're giving them too many chances to back out. We're telling them exactly what they need to do in order to get the process started, right? That's literally it. Hey, you're going to do this while we're on this call, and we're going to be getting to the closing table. Give them confidence in moving forward.
Got it. The next steps from here, I'm going to send you a simple agreement over the phone right now that you can look over and agree to before we move forward.
They've already agreed. Don't bring up an objection that's not an objection.
Got it. So next steps from here, I'm gonna send you over a quick agreement over the phone, and I'm asking them to sign and send it back. Like,
no, simple this. Next steps from here, I'm gonna send you a simple agreement to approve while we're here on the phone. That way we can go and get you started getting to the closing table. So what's the best email for you?
The next steps from here, I'm going to send you a simple agreement over to approve. What's a good email for you?
What's the best email for you?
What's the best email for you?
It's jt@nalonehomebuyers.com.
Okay, perfect. I'm going ahead and send that over right now.
Perfect. Now you'll simply walk them through the signing instructions. You'll be like, okay, you should see in your email, it should come from Jackson S. Do you see that?
Oh, are you just telling me? Or
Role play, you're the seller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. Now you're going to click that email, and there's going to be a blue button. It's going to say View Documents.
Okay.
Okay. And where it says View Documents, you're going to press that button, and then it should pull up, it should pull up the agreement. Do you see that now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Perfect. So in the top left corner, it's going to say sign. It's going to look like a little pin. Click that button.
Okay.
Perfect. And then it's going to pull up a box. It's going to say adopt and sign. So press that button for me.
Adopt and sign.
Perfect.
Got it.
Perfect. And now you're going to see a red flashing box. I need you to press that.
Okay.
And then there's going to be one more flashing red box. I need you to press that.
Okay.
Perfect. And then the final flashing red box, I need you to press that too. All right?
Okay, we're good.
All right. There you go. Now you're going to press up top, share back with Jackson S.
Okay, share now.
Beautiful. Notice how I didn't say, hey, you want to read the agreement? Hey, you want to go through this together? Hey, I'll send over the agreement and let me know when you're ready to sign. No. I literally tell them on the phone, simply, here's the next steps. You press this, you press approve, you press approve, you press approve. Bro, you want to know how many people legitimately have read the offer when I've got them under contract? Out of hundreds of deals, maybe 3 or 4 people have read the contract with me.
Wow.
no one ever reads the contract with me. They don't. Why? Because they trust me, legitimately. They trust me so much because I care about them. That's it. You got to do the same thing. Care about the person, talk to them, figure out their pain, offer them a solution to their pain, and then you're good to go. Okay?
Sounds good.
In order to negotiate, you have to give the seller the perception of winning. So in order to do that, you have to make them come up with the number themselves. You need to make them feel like they talked you up, not you talk them down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So we've got some other training we need to do. I'm going to open it up to Q&A here. Ivan, I'm going to give you like a 15-minute break. You're going to jump back into this meeting.
Okay.
Jump back into this meeting, and then I'm going to answer any questions they have, and then we're going to get into a couple things after this. We're going to get into today. I'm going to get you onboard onto the CRM and stuff, and then I'm going to do some other things with you as well after this. Okay? So I'll see you at 1:15, brother, or PM, wherever, yeah, Eastern.
Yeah, see you then. Bye.
Awesome. Do you guys have any specific questions here? Before you ask me about the done for you, any other questions?
So is our West Virginia deal, is it kind of like not gonna happen unless it happens?
It's stagnant, but the guy he texted us the other day. He said she's still in the ER or in the hospital or something like that. I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're just. I mean, it's a waiting game. He's a nice guy, but it's gonna take some time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it could be a long-term follow-up deal, but I mean, he's still under contract. We talked to him a good amount of time. It just circumstances aren't the best, and it is more rural.
Yeah.
The good news, I'm trying to alleviate that when it comes to the next offer with the rural deals, which is going to be pretty cool as well. But yeah.
Okay. Then I shall table my questions for later then.
You should. It's, bro, honestly, it's fucking crazy.
Okay.
It's legitimately, I don't think anyone in the industry has ever done something like this in their life.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sold me on the 10-minute webinar.
You should, legitimately.
But the thing is, like, is there going to be like 45 minutes of you going through your story and testimonials before you get to the pitch? Like, should I just join half an hour late?
If you want, you already know. So here's the thing. I'm gonna do a reframe on the webinar. Okay. Everyone thinks that they're in wholesaling real estate, but everyone thinks that they're in real estate, but they're not in real estate at all. It's simply just sales, right? You guys are already you guys are already work with me. You know how I treat this game, right? So I'm gonna basically be doing a sales training for real estate investors on that call. That's like the whole purpose of the masterclass, right? And then, of course, they're going to get into testimonials and shit like that. And then we're going to pitch at the end.
Okay.
Just full transparency.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So you've heard my... Go ahead, Rick.
That's June 3rd, right?
Yeah, June 3rd.
In 2 days.
It's gonna be a sales training. It's gonna be a sales training. So I mean, you guys are welcome to join. You guys are welcome to listen to the story if you guys want. It's completely fine. But don't feel you don't have to feel necessarily obligated to come. But it's a sales training, and it's gonna be probably 30 minutes of sales training that might be good for you if you guys want to just come watch anyway. So you think it's cool.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else from you guys?
So my problem I'm having right now is like it's challenging the SMS, like getting the SMS leads on the phone. Like what's the exact signal that like tell you to kind of call them? 'Cause, like,
so say they respond. Yes. How fast are you calling them?
if they respond yes, that they're trying to sell, should I call right away, or because I haven't had anyone just say yes right away yet, and I text over 600.
You've texted 600 people and no one said yes?
No one said yes. I'm not sure, like, and they were all not at once. I didn't text 600 at once. Like, I went through like like first 50, then 100, and I went to like 200, and I went up. Like,
Okay, here's my. You need to send out a minimum of 100 at a time,
okay.
and ideally 500 minimum a day,
500 minimum a day. All right.
because that will give you enough test size, right? But as soon as someone says yes is when you want to call them.
All right.
Are you on Z Blast?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, good. And your stuff is delivering, right? Like it's saying deliverabilities there, correct?
Yeah, like I had changed some templates around this to my messages are delivering.
Yeah, then all we got to do is make sure that we send more texts.
All right.
So up the volume of text, and as soon as someone replies yes, then you call them immediately.
All right. Because I literally haven't been able to run the script on the SMS side yet, so I be just like trying to like text and cold call in between. So
Yeah, don't cold call anybody now. Only text. I want you to get through 1,000 texts today.
All right.
You do that?
Yeah, I have a list of 5,000. I'm definitely gonna do it.
Yeah, bro. Try and hit that same list of 5,000 people 3 times this month.
All right.
Cool. So like send them 3 texts a month, because sometimes they might not answer on the first time.
All right, for sure.
Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds good, bro. Any other questions, guys?
That's literally it. I feel like I'm slow poking, but I know it's time with it, man. It's just time.
And dude, all you gotta do is increase volume, bro. Because I know you're probably a little bit nervous, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta do it. Just press the freaking button and get to sending.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day.
All right, thank you, bro.
Peace, y'all. See ya. I gotta take a leak. Guys, if you're on the live stream, I'll be back. We do have a retrade process. Were you able to go through that? Joe, can you hear me? Yo, bro.
It was good.
What up? How you feeling so far?
Feeling good?
Good. You ever had a training like this before?
Not so. Here's the thing about most of the training that I've done in sales it hasn't been as like well designed, and more specifically on the actual selling part. It's kind of just like a conglomerate of just most of it, like 90% is just useless information, a bunch of company info, like their history, etc. Like I mean, some of it is useful, but I mean, 90% of it is he like chat GPT the entire. So he quickly found himself out of that sales manager position because of that. So, but this, like I said, not to glaze crazy, but bro, this is intense and it's super useful information.
Dude, one of my favorite things is just absolutely obliterating the people on the first day. It's so fun. It's so fun because you find out really quickly what our minimum standard is, right? And you find out that I'm willing to do it with you. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna onboard you to the CRM really quick.
Okay. Laptop, phone, does it matter?
Laptop's gonna be way easier to navigate this.
Got it. I have Windows too, so if that matters.
that is ideal. Well, actually, it really doesn't. It works both ways, but I think it was more ideal. Let's see. Can you send me your email to chat or text me it, please?
Got it.
Cool.
See if I can drop it in the chat right now.
Bet.
Okay, sent.
Bet. Dude, I haven't seen an iCloud number in years. Email.
Really? I feel like it looks, it's a little bit easier for me to organize than my Gmails because I have so many different Gmails, but it's mostly like business, professional type stuff, and this is like my more like my main hub for all of my main usernames and whatnot. So, what do you use though?
Gmail, bro. I'm just like I'm a Gmail OG, bro.
I mean, I figured as much. All of your documents and everything like that was like Google Sheets, Google Docs, all that. So I love it too. I since it's free and it's super useful, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for all the Microsoft stuff. I've gravitated towards that.
I will say this, to be fair, is that it's not free because I have to pay like $500 a month for all this stuff I put on Google Drive. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which that low-key sucks, but
that's pretty intense.
Helps me stay organized. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send you over a screenshot of your login credentials.
Okay. So those people that were on too, so they're not necessarily part of your team, but they like joining your videos for like
Mondays at noon. They join. We have a weekly like training on Mondays at noon. They're JV partners across the country, so what they'll know you as. I'm not going to tell them that. I don't really tell them who my team is. I don't want them to know, to be honest with you. But what they'll know you as is something called the cleanup crew. Okay, so there's multiple ways that we get leads through this company. We get leads through Facebook. We get leads through Google. We get leads through all these different ways, right? And I also get them leads through different marketing sources, through cold callers, through Facebook, through PPC. They call those leads, right? But a lot of them suck at sales. So they send them to my team afterwards. Right? So they send them to my team afterwards. And we get free leads because they get them, but we only take 50% of their deal. Make sense?
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah. So like you still get paid commission on it, right? But it's just like it helps you add additional qualified inbound leads to the pipeline for free, right? And it helps you not ever be bored, right? So let me see. Did I forget to send that over already? I didn't send it.
I'm not sure if you sent it to the chat or text.
No, I'm sending it to text.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm honestly like super intrigued like on the platform that you're creating because it's a lot like, and you mentioned that you have like some ties or whatever, or in the training that was showing like with acquisitions.com or with you work with like Andy Elliott, like sales team, things like that.
Oh, dude, so Eric Klein, Eric Klein is Andy's best friend, right?
Yeah.
Eric Klein is one of my very good friends, right? So I go over to like Eric's house and Andy's there. Oops. But like I just dropped some shit on my desk. But I've met Andy plenty of times. I've hung out with Andy. I've hung out with all them guys. I've done training for some of the largest companies. I wouldn't say largest companies in the world, but largest wholesaling companies in the world, which is pretty neat. And yeah, bro, I'm big into the top guys. I try to learn from them a lot. And I try to get in their circle, bro, because the closer I am to them, the closer I am to that money, baby. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
And honestly, when you stay with us a long time, I'll take you out to Arizona. You can meet Andy and Eric and all them too.
Yo, that's honestly my big move right now. So I'm actually I'm from there. I was born in Phoenix.
Oh, really?
All my family's out there. Right now I'm kind of like a lone wolf in Idaho. My mom's still out here, which is great. But like a lot of my friends and family in general, like I kind of outgrew, and that's my next biggest move. If I don't do it within the next 2 months, it's for sure gonna be within the next 6 months that I'll already be out there. So it'll be a lot easier in terms of like coordinating and things like that. And like I said, I'm 100% guaranteed to going 100% on this. So I would love the opportunity for sure.
Yeah, bro. I love this shit, bro. I'd love to help you continue to grow. I want to go. I think at one point I'll probably move to Arizona too. I have a place in Miami, but I might get a place in Arizona too.
You struck me as like low key, like you got a nice penthouse or something crazy in Miami. But is that where you're located right now?
No, dude, I'm in Tennessee. So my family lives here, right? So this is my childhood home, like that I'm in right now. And then I have a place in Miami too. I'll show you a picture of it.
Okay.
That I literally go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. So I'm trying to. You're sending me the password. What's here? Do I need to download it first? Obviously.
Yeah, it's a website. Let me send it to you.
Get it.
Sorry, usually I send it over. I did not.
No worries. I was like trying to type in. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not it, but whatever.
There we go.
Cool.
Dude, Eric, you would love Eric, bro. Eric is he's such a good dude, bro. He's like genuinely such a great guy. And he's a killer in the wholesale space too.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him before, like, because I've seen so many Andy Elliott trainings, because that's what got me from when I started like ground zero, a lot of Andy Elliott stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I've seen Eric before in videos.
You
but
definitely have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very big on Andy Elliott's sales style, bro. It doesn't work too well in our business unless you're doing cold call leads.
Right. Yeah. So it worked. It worked for me because I was doing pressure washing and like home services like 5 years ago. So that it worked for like the door-to-door sales stuff. But yeah, this is a completely different industry for sure. That's for this industry. Main people I've been learning a lot from, or like I would say, is Alex Ramosi. And then there's a couple gurus on YouTube too. I have to look up the names again, but. After stumbling upon your videos too, dude, you've been at the grind. So you got a lot of useful information out there completely for free. And then I overheard obviously that one dude you were talking to. You're hosting some kind of like a seminar or something.
Yeah, we're doing like a master class. It's a wholesaling real estate master class, but it really is a sales master class, right?
Okay.
And then at the end, I'm launching a done-for-you offer to add more people into our partner program.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. So like those people, they've paid me like $10,000 to be able to come to these calls and shit.
Yeah, that's freaking nuts, dude.
Yeah, but dude, that's the thing is like they make a good amount of money by being able, like they send us leads over all the time. Like, bro, like you'll see like when I open this pipeline into CRM, let me know when you're logged in, but you'll see it's like there's like 30 or 40 or there's like probably 30 new leads in the pipeline that I have not called. I ain't gonna cap.
Wow.
Yeah. And because I was out of town last week. This is my place in Miami though, bro.
Let me see.
Let me see. I'll get you. This is let me see if I can find the view. Yeah, here's the view from the patio, bro. It's fire.
Holy shit.
Did I really strike you as that kind of guy?
No, that's what's so crazy about it. And I feel like that's why I resonate with you a lot more than like a lot of other people that I've been in sales. It's like you kind of just learn to, tolerate people to some
Yeah.
extent. But you strike me as a lot more genuine, but you're very high valued. And like for me, I'm not sure what it was for you, but for me in sales, like the biggest thing was like getting myself out of the psyche of that. Making a sale isn't about manipulating somebody, but in terms of like being a really great motivational speaker, because a lot of people they make a lot of bad decisions
Yep.
in their life,
Yeah, bro.
and
That's exactly right.
and like look at your friend group, right? It's like a lot of people make bad decisions and getting the worst advice from their friends. So it's like if you think about it, like almost like you're their friend, but you're motivating them because you actually know that it's going to be a great decision for them. All you're doing is helping them out make that good decision. So,
Dude, what I literally think about on every sales call, the reason I'm able to close so much, legitimately, is I care. I genuinely care about the people. Because the truth be told is, bro, I think that you should be compensated for helping people, bro. That's literally it. Like, if you're solving someone's problem, you should be paid. It's like kind of, it's super simple. Like, if I solve your problem, if I help you, I should be paid to do it, right?
Yep.
So I think the more I care about somebody, the more I'll be compensated, right? That's simply it. That's it. Like, if I can help you, I'm going to help you, and I want to. That's my whole goal. If I can't help you, I'll literally tell you that. Because I'm never thirsty for a deal. Only thing I care about is wanting to help somebody. And if they don't want my help, or if I can't help them, I'm not going to try and offer. I'm not even going to try and do it. Does that make sense?
absolutely. And I'm curious, man. I know we got to get into training and everything like that, and I can ask more questions later, but just like kind of briefly, like what got you initially into this industry? And then number two, how young are you? Because you look crazy young too for the amount of success. So, obviously, congratulations on that. But what got you into this, and like basically how'd you end up here?
Yeah, bro. So, in high school, I started day trading, right? And dude, I made a lot of money in high school, bro. Right? And whenever you give a young kid some money, the first thing I started doing was acting like an ass, bro. Right? This is literally me. I would be in school on my Snapchat story, videoing my bank account, right? And it would just be like going up like this, right? And I'd be posting it like, I'd be posting that shit like another 2 bands made today, and I would be calling, I'd be like broke asses, like I was horrible, bro. I was not always like this, because I used to not be genuine like this, like I ain't gonna cap, right? It came from I got humbled, which we're gonna get into in a minute. But dude, I literally lost, like I was like killing it month after month, bro. I thought I was invincible, right? I'm 18 years old. I'm making 6 figures a year. I'm like, nobody can stop me, right? Dude, I lost everything. Legitimately, bro. I lost everything, dude, right? And I had $212 left. Literally, $212. My girlfriend at the time, right, who is looking at me, she literally comes up to me, she's like, JT, you're never going to be shit in life unless you go get a real job, right? And dude, at this time, it's my first girlfriend. It's my first ever love, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. I'm gonna go get a job. Right? So I get a job at Sunglass Hut. And I'm selling sunglasses, dude. And bro, I crushed quota. Like, we were like the number one store in the country. Not in the country, but in the state, right? Like, I was crushing it. I hit my goals every month. And dude, I used to get paid like $600 every 2 weeks, bro. Or like $800 every 2 weeks. And I was like, bruh, I was sitting in the classroom making more than this, right? And I was depressed. And my girlfriend broke up with my ass, right? Broke up with me. Dude, I'm depressed. I'm like, bro, my life is over, right? I'm like, I'm going to start another business. So I started a personal training company, right? Here I am making money all over again. I'm like making money again, 10K a month, I think, at the time. And I'm like, bro, I'm pissed. I'm not fulfilled at all with what I'm doing. Like, I don't love this. I'm doing it for the money. And I can tell, right? And so I was like, okay, I am very money motivated, right? But I also want to genuinely help people. I kept hearing about wholesale real estate this, real estate that. I ended up getting my real estate license. I thought you needed one. I didn't really know how this game worked, bro. Like, I didn't really understand. And so, dude, I ended up getting credit cards, okay? I had no money. I spent $40,000 on marketing, on leads, on software, on anything, bro. I did not know what I was doing. I spent $40,000, and I cold called, literally, for 12 hours a day, every single day, for 4 months straight. I called 36,000 numbers. You want to know how many deals I closed? Guess.
I don't know. I want like couple hundred.
4. Wait, sorry. Sorry. I was thinking how many months.
Oh, okay.
I closed 0 deals. 0. Bro, I'm $40,000 deep. I'm 4 months in. I'm sitting at my parents' house like, bruh, I'm so cooked. It's over with for me, right? Dude, no joke. That next month, I read those 2 books that I told you about this morning, right? Within 2 weeks, I was making $30K a month.
Do the same thing.
Same exact shit. Literally. I just became a sales demon, bro. Like, I can sell shit to a fly. I can sell shit to a cow. I don't care. It does not matter. I can sell shit to anybody. But it all comes down to caring about people. If you tell me you need a water, I don't care how much the water costs. I'm going to convince you to take it because you actually need it, right? If you tell me you need a water, I'm not going to sell you vodka. Does that make sense? I'm going to sell you what you actually need, but I'm going to get paid very well to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's the principles that I teach at this company, which obviously you could probably tell after our first 3 hours together, you know? But that's how it goes here. Also, how old do I look?
Man, like young 20s, bro.
How old are you?
I just turned 26.
Yeah, I'm 23.
There you go.
Yeah. I turned 24 in 2 weeks though, so yeah.
There you go. And probably without the facial hair, bro, you probably passed even young too.
Bro, when I don't have facial hair, I look very young. I do.
That was me, bro. Like even to like even like 21 to like 24, 25, like people were still like, yo, you got a fake ID. Like,
yeah,
I need to take it to the back. No,
dude,
I'm straight up.
My 21st birthday, I got denied. It was my real ID, bro. I got denied on my 21st birthday for margaritas at a Mexican restaurant. Yeah.
They're like, no, we can't take the chance.
Exactly. You know? And you're a fighter? You fight UFC or for real? Was that bullshit?
Yeah, no, so that's legit. I've been training for the last 5.5, almost 6 years now. My biggest thing is actually, so I'm a 5-time national gold medalist in weightlifting and a 2-time national champion for my weight class.
Wait, like what kind of weightlifting?
So what you see in the Olympics is
clean and jerk and snatch? Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, really?
Yeah, I've been doing that since 2017. My coach, he's one of the only 2 like nationally ranked coaches in the United States, and he happens to be in Idaho. And he happened to be my high school coach.
You know Wes Kitts?
Wes Kitts?
Yeah, he was an Olympian.
No, I probably don't know too many Olympians.
No, you're fine. He lives in my city, and I do CrossFit, and so we do like Olympic weightlifting like 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. So yeah, you know exactly what we're doing then.
Yeah, and so do you still do that or no?
Yeah, so for basically long story short, really bad car accident September of last year. Still recovering from the back injury. So since then, I've been mostly doing like rehabilitation training, and now I'm kind of locking back into MMA since it's a lot less
physically taxing, I guess.
Exactly, especially on my spine, my lower spine, right? So I'm not permanently injured or anything. It's just gonna take some time, but it's a perfect transition over for me to start taking more fights.
Yeah.
So this year, planning on taking at least another 6 to 12 more amateur fights, and then hopefully by the end of the year, going pro. But it's one of those things. It's like I'm more like the Bruce Lee mindset.
Mhm.
It's more of like of a way of life as opposed to like wanting to be the champion and
Yeah.
getting gold belt. I've already achieved like quite a bit of accolades in professional sports. So my biggest thing is just like setting myself up, like, and being even more blunt honest. I'm basically doing wholesaling and starting businesses for my music because I do music too.
Really?
So, yeah.
Cool.
And that was one of the biggest things for me is like to let go of like my ego and be a lot more like professional and being like okay with myself, sounding more sophisticated instead of like just trying to always portray that rapper image.
Yeah.
So
Dude, it's funny because I used to rap shit too, bro.
let's go.
You know, and it's like I used to think it was super cool to be hood. I wasn't ever hood, but like I wanted to act hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I grew up in the suburbs. Don't let me fucking lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be about that life because it's glorified. You know?
100%, yeah.
But dude, honestly, I did realize like, you know what's better than that? Having money and like being and doing it doing it a very good way. Because my family, my half of my family is pretty thugged out. No lie, you know. And it was like they always had money, but they always were in jail too, right? So it was like I'd rather get it the legal way, you know.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, from where I came from too, a lot of my friends and family, the reason why I had to like kind of disconnect from a lot of those groups is because they're dead or in jail right now.
Yeah.
Like even in Idaho, bro, like they're catching crazy murder cases, right? And it's one of those things. It's like you said, it's like yeah, it makes you money quick, but it gets you in jail even faster
Yes.
or dead.
Yeah.
And it's just a very degenerate cycle too. All in all, it's like it just in general, like in the terms of the way they live, the way they think, you get yourself in sticky situations, and even just being surrounded by them, like that energy rubs off on you. And I think like overall, like even though I was never like just like I was never really clicked up like that, I was just around them.
Yeah.
I just had to get out of it, to change the mindset completely. And it's one of those things. I'm like you. I wasn't always as gracious and as humble, but life does that to you when you think you're a hot shot. So
Real quick, doesn't it?
100%, bro. Learn it the hard way.
Well, good stuff. I'm actually glad I get to know, like, because I want to get to know you throughout this, bro. Like, I'm very close with my team. Like, you'll, probably on Wednesday, you'll meet our other members of the team, too. We have a 9:30 a.m. meeting every morning. It's just like a morning huddle. Set expectations for the day. 10 a.m. every morning, we do an hour of sales training, and then we get on into the rest of the day. Most of your morning, so, like, whatever time you start will be mostly like follow-up calls and getting organized to take on the day, and then from like 11 on is like when you're really fucking hammering the phones. But yeah, you'll see that of course on Wednesday. Did you get access to the CRM or no?
Yeah, so I'm logged in right now.
Cool. Can you see my screen or not?
Let me see your screen. Yes, I can see it.
Cool. So if you go to the opportunities tab.
Okay.
Okay, so you see all this?
Yes, just load up.
Cool. So, today, you're going to be going through let me actually get you. Okay, let me show you all these buckets. I'm going to tell you what every bucket is for, right?
Okay.
New leads means the lead has come in, and it's the first day it's in the system, right? You are going to call that lead 2 times, 3 times per day. So you're going to double dial them 3 times on the first day. So 6 dials total on the first day until they answer. Okay?
Okay.
If they do not answer, you're going to move them into the working leads bucket. You're going to double dial them twice per day in the working leads bucket for the first 14 days, and then they'll get moved over into working leads 14-day plus. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So you're going to call through all of those leads. And then if they get to 14-day plus, you're not going to automatically move them. You're not going to move them there. They automatically move over. Okay?
Got it.
Once they're in 14 days plus, you're going to double dial those people once per day, every day, until they get moved into the no contact bucket, which will happen automatically as well. Cool?
Got it.
Warm follow-up means means that they're a good lead, but they're just not ready to be offered yet. Hot follow-up means we need to offer them ASAP. Okay?
Got it.
Missed appointment is somebody you set an appointment with and they didn't show up. If you set an appointment, you'll do it through your personal calendar, which you'll find in settings, calendars, and then you'll see your personal calendar here. Well, you might not have a personal calendar yet. You need to go attach your calendar to the thing. Okay? I'll show you how to do that in a minute.
Okay.
Offer made means you made an offer, but they didn't sign the contract. Contract signed means that we have a contract with them. Long-term follow-up means you're going to follow up with them manually. On market with a realtor means that they're on market with a realtor. And dead lead means they told you to never call them again. Right?
Yeah.
Or if they're upside down in the property, you could put them in like no offer. If you're not going to offer somebody, put it in the notes why you didn't offer them. Every time you talk to a lead, they should be updated in the notes. How do you update notes? By clicking the name and pressing this little pencil button.
Okay.
Updating notes here. You want to call through everyone today though, right? Your goal is to call through all these working leads, all these warm follow-ups, all these hot follow-ups, all these long-term follow-ups, all of these offers made, everything. And you're going to just treat them and all these, all those for now. So long-term follow-up bucket,
Yeah.
offer made bucket, hot follow-up bucket, warm follow-up bucket, working leads bucket. Okay?
Got it.
I want you to make as many dials as you can possibly imagine today.
Yeah.
To make a dial, you simply click the name, and then you press this dial button. As you notice, we double dial everyone.
So like you meaning back to back, like you call them once, it didn't go through, you call them one more time.
If they don't answer, we call them again, and then if they don't answer the second time, we leave a voicemail.
Got it.
Okay?
Just keep it like super short and simple. Like, hey, this is Ivan with Fast Cash Home Offers. Just giving you a quick call regarding your property. Do you want me to phrase it a certain way? Have you seen any like, ROI in terms of like the best follow-up version of the email, like short and sweet, make it sound lucrative?
Look, this right here.
Okay.
Literally, I just am like, Angela, question mark.
I like it.
I'm there. Dude, I just need... You can't sell over text, bro. You just got to get their ass on the phone. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the whole goal. Get their ass on the phone.
Sweet.
So make as many phone calls as humanly possible through these buckets. Once you've proven, and then every time you face an objection, you write it down.
Okay.
Every time you get slipped up on a call, you write it down. Every time you hit a roadblock, you write it down. Every time you get to an offer, you text me. Did you watch the comp training or no?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen all that.
You're going to try and do all this shit yourself.
Okay.
If you get to the point you need a contract written, hit me up.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to teach you all the intricacies, ins and outs, all that shit tomorrow. But I don't care about that for now. I care about you getting a minimum of 100 dials by the end of today. Double dialing counts as 2, right? So honestly, bro, I would call till your fucking eyes hurt. Right?
Yep.
Number 2, is every time you talk to somebody, you need to know what you did good, what you did bad, and you need to put it in the notes of the person, right? You also need to make sure you know the next steps for every lead. Does that make sense? Like, you always want to know, like, hey, how can I progress this person in the pipeline? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Number 2 is I want you to have all of your objections written on paper, okay? We're going to go through every single one of those objections together tomorrow. I want you to tell me how you handled it, and then I'm going to tell you how you should have handled it. All right?
Got it.
Then I want you to pick 3 calls that you think you did bad on. Fucking horrible. Right? We're going to listen to them together, and then we're going to figure out exactly what you should do to become better. Okay?
Okay.
And then that's really all you need to know, because the rest of the shit is just admin work. But you don't need to know any more admin work, bro. You need to know how to fucking close deals.
Yeah.
Okay? So let me assign you a phone number quickly.
Sick. And while you're doing that too, so over this last weekend, I actually randomly ran into a client that I was able to help her out with some services for my business. But she's mentioning, so I helped her get her place cleaned out so that she could move into her other property. And she mentioned that she has it listed. I can send you all the details. It's potentially a very lucrative lead because she needs to close within 30 days. Asking price is 73, and she's already framed for getting 40 to 50% of that.
Is it on the market?
It's on the market right now.
I don't mind. I don't like doing on-market deals, but it's going to have to be you, because it's illegal for me because I'm licensed.
That's right. Okay.
Okay, but for you, you can, right? Now, if you close a deal like that, I'll give you 50%.
Sick.
So like if you ever hear like your family member needing to sell or something, you bring it to us, we'll give you 50%. Unless I have to use my own capital, then we'll give you 25.
Okay. Bet that's sick.
Yeah, let me make sure you get this number. That's how I spell your name, right?
Let me see. I'm not watching your screen.
Lomeli.
Yeah.
Say your phone number for me once.
Yeah. 208-969-1850.
1850.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Now you have an assigned number. So now whenever you click dial, it's going to tell me that. Now all I need you to do is dude, literally, the more dials you get in today, for one, today's going to suck. The next 2 weeks is going to suck, right? I'm not going to cap, because it's going to be a lot of dialing, because these leads haven't answered the phone. These leads aren't super hot, but they all have cost me like $200 a piece, okay? So every time you make a dial, understand that lead is worth $250 or more, right?
Yeah.
The big thing I need from you, dude, is simply to get so much reps that you know what you suck at. Because the faster you identify what you suck at, the faster I can help you fix it. The faster I help you fix it, the faster you make money. Cool?
Makes sense. Yep.
So just rip hella dials today. At the end of the day, I want you to know how many dials you made. I want to know how many individual leads you called. So just put a check mark for each one, right? So how many dials you made, how many individual leads you called, right? And then, what else? How many dials a day, how many individual leads you called, how many conversations you had, right? How much talk time you had, how many offers you made, and how many contracts you signed. Probably going to be, or if I'll know how many contracts you signed, because I'll be sending the contract for now, of course. But that'll change in the future. If you can't remember exactly, that's okay. You can track all of your talk time here. So I'll be able to see how long you talked today. I'll be able to see how many dials you made today. So if you ever get confused, it's okay. We can look here, right? But I like to see yours as well, because it'll help me understand, because I like to make sure that this is tracking correctly. Cool?
Got you. So just to be clear, so I wrote down those. So how many dials? I'm going to write that down. How many conversations I actually had, how many individual leads, and then, you mentioned the other things like
how many offers.
How many offers, yep. Many offers.
Do you know how to use the calculator yet or no?
That's what I was trying to figure out
Here,
on your
here,
sheets.
here's what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it for you today. Whenever you get a lead on the phone,
Yeah.
send me the address and tell me the bedroom count, the bathroom count, the square footage, and the acreage and what the condition is, and I'll get you an offer.
Got it.
That way, you don't have to fucking run the numbers today because you're probably not good enough for that yet, and that's not your fault. We just haven't done training on it, which we're gonna be doing. Like we have a lot of work to get done, right? But the big thing here is I just need you calling.
Okay.
Cool.
Gotcha.
You ready for a good day?
100%, man. I'm excited. I
Let-
set a couple offers today, and have a solid day. Especially with, I already framed her to be expecting me to reach out to her, via representing you, my lead. So
Yeah.
that's potentially one offer, already checked off. Just gotta
Here's what
get
you
her-
should do, right? Send me the address. I'll get you that offer for this evening. You call her this evening after you've got some reps in.
All the reps. Show. Okay.
Because you're probably going to have a much higher likelihood of closing someone you already know. So let's have the confidence to actually close by getting reps in beforehand with all these people that you don't know. So then you can hit somebody you do know and then go from there.
Got it.
Cool?
Yep.
All right, bro. Off to the races you go.
Let's go.
All right, my boy. Have a blessed rest of your day. We will meet again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Got it.
Tonight, if you have do you have something to do tonight?
Not super important. No.
Okay, I might hit you later tonight for a meeting, and we'll do call reviews tonight, or maybe some training tonight, so we can just get you really set up and ready to rock and roll. Because if I can get you making money within 2 weeks, bro, we can get you to 15 to 20K a month, possibly within that is my goal for you long term, to make 15 to 20K a month, if not more. Right now, is that gonna happen immediately? No. Can that happen in the future? Very well. I want to do that. Right? How can I do that? By making you an absolute killer. So I will do whatever it takes to make you a killer. All right.
Likewise, bro. You got my full commitment, 24/7 access, man. You hit me up. I'll whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna stop and I'll be available.
Bet, bro. Let's we'll talk soon. Good luck on these calls. If you have any questions in the middle of a call, you have an address, send me everything you need. I am here. Let's rock and roll.
Got you. And do you want me to hit you up via CRM or text message fine?
Text message is good for now. What we will be moving to is WhatsApp on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
All right, bro. Talk soon.
All right.
See you
Later.
later. That right there is 4 hours of sales training and training with my guy, Ivan. Really got into the weeds deep. I really like that. That was the longest training I've ever done. So here we go. We're going to have a really good rest of our day. We're going to try to get into some hiring now, trying to get